So, that brings us on to, I guess, I would say, this.
Whoa.
And the current edit of the map. So,
Oh, fuck.
Two things.
Oh, Jesus.
On the body of the cultists, which I'm not going to ask you guys if you loot things. I think it's unreasonable as a DM to assume that any party in these conditions would ever forget to loot things. Like, one of you guys would go, hold on, we're going to roll the bodies. So, as long as it's okay with you lot, I'm just going to give loot at the end of encounters rather than wait and see if you guys remember to loot stuff. Just because...
I am all for auto loot.
Well,
Yeah.
characters in the world would probably not forget to do things that players between sessions might forget to do. And I don't feel like it's right to punish you for that, so from now on, I'm going to try and ride that line. So a couple things. You find... basically, the first thing you find on the head guy, the apprentice paladin, is a map. And the map dictates the locations of several sites like this one that they were setting up, which I have marked on your map. And also, the area of cold has changed post your character's actions.
Nice.
So, I'm going to let you absorb that. And while you do that, I'm going to say that you have looted 2 draconic written ritual books. Some kind of frozen orb of unknown origin.
How big is it?
6. It's about the size of a billiard or snooker ball.
The fuck is that?
I have no idea.
Oh my god.
Like 3-inch diameter sphere.
Yes.
What the hell is a snooker ball?
Do you not know of the sport snooker? The thing played with cues?
Wait, that's an pool?
Oh, pool?
Cool, yeah.
Bro!
I mean, billiards is the same sport.
Oh, yeah. You guys call
I
it snooker?
feel like I said all 3 names to make sure everyone's clued in.
All I heard was snooker, and my brain just got stuck on that.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay.
So, it was a billiard ball sized...
Is it heavy?
Yes.
Okay.
Feels like it's made of lead.
Okay. Otherwise, I would have taken
heavy.
it, but it looks like it's too heavy for me, so... Never mind. Go on.
Right. 6 frozen rations. And I mean frozen solid. 2 scimitars, a great sword, the heavy crossbow on the paladin, and his full plate if you want to strip it off him.
Did anyone write that?
I'm writing it down right now.
I was going to say Baskers, I believe.
The intellect class.
I can give you guys a party loot folder if you want.
Yeah, I was putting it in the notes at the moment.
Okay, hold on. Then I will give you a handout, which is just party loot.
And then if you could repeat the description of the billiard ball thing.
It's just frozen.
It's some kind of frost ball.
I'm even going to put that in the player character section, because that's the party. So, it is a billiard ball-sized frozen orb. It is frosted to the point that you can't actually see what it's made of, because it's so frosted over with ice that you can't brush the ice away. Because when you grasp it, you're grasping the outer ice layer. That's cold enough as it is. When you try and brush the outer ice layer away, it has that effect that really cold metal has, where if you touch it for too long, your flesh sticks to it, and when you try and pull away, stays stuck to it. So trying to investigate it is a little difficult right now. So right now all you can see is frozen orb, and it is very heavy, like it is made of lead.
Cool. Copy that.
Well, I would take interest in the orb, but it looks too heavy for me, so I'm not gonna...
Yeah, there's something that John wanted to do at the end of last session.
What's that?
Noticing similarities between all of these characters that were here on the ground that we've fought. All of them have the same style of tattoo on their face.
They do indeed.
And in my head, and as well as John's, thinking that the coloration of the tattoo and the market area of the ice domain, I'm thinking there's some level of correlation. So I'd like to take my dagger and attempt to cut the tattoo off the cultist's face.
Okay, so the tattoo goes all the way up to the corner of the eye. So it's gonna take some finesse. You can make me a dex check to see if you can carve that. Or survival roll if you want. 'Cause survival is that kind of thing, if you want to carve it
But-
off his face.
Didn't you
If he
describe it
asks
going
for
down
help-
the arm?
Did I?
I thought it was
bel-
just a face tattoo.
Yeah, I believe I
okay.
described the tattoo as coming up the neck,
Yeah.
across the cheek, and hooking into the eye.
Yeah.
So yeah, it does go all the way down to the neck. So yeah, and being that they're dead now, you can open the like the tunic that they are wearing to see that the tattoo goes all the way down the neck and kind of terminates exactly over the heart of the like adorned user.
Lovely.
That's a lot of
So if you
skin.
want to carve all that off, it's possible, but
Jeez.
yeah, 17 will do it. Funnily enough, these very recently dead bodies don't bleed quite as much as a normal corpse would, as they're fairly cold already. But you can carve it off, and you'll get basically a strip of untreated human leather with a symbol on it, which you can add to your inventory.
Untreated human leather.
Not words I ever thought would come out of my mouth.
Session 1, everybody.
Ow. Ow, what is he doing? Ow, ew.
We already knew he was weird, but I've seen worse.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll it up and then like tuck it underneath my my cloak next to my book that I carry with me.
Okay, that's disgusting.
This might help us later. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to do a little looking. It seems to me that the tattoo has something to do with the unnatural ice resistance of these entities. I don't even know if they're really people anymore.
And I should mention, the tattoo was kind of like blue, which was a light glow. Now that they're dead, it's just black.
I had a feeling.
I mean, couldn't you just write it down or something, or like doodle it? Like, why do you have to cut it?
With
Kink shame people.
thanks, Al.
Whatever he's into, dude.
Al is so weirdly accepting.
With magic, sometimes the actual construction or the entity or the flesh contains the power, and it's not necessarily just the symbol. So it's
I
possible
guess-
that it's all necessary. And if not, you know,
Possible.
we bacon later, right?
Ew.
It's cold. I'm not gonna deny possible food sources.
Kroak is just going to start stripping the cultists of their robes. And did you say that last session, did you say the paladin was wearing like some kind of like cloak thing over his armor that he had his crossbow under?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take that cloak off and I'm just going to throw that to Al.
It is not particularly warm. It is just kind of a leather goes on your back cloak, like over shoulder cloak. But it is something.
I can hopefully make it warm.
Looking at the plate armor. Can anybody even wear this?
Nope.
No.
Armor makes you slow.
Okay.
So the question is, are you going to strip off the heavy metal armor and try and stuff it in someone's packs, or do you just leave it on the body?
I think once if we're leaving it, like Kroak is just going to suggest Kroak's just going to bury them in a small snow mound.
Mm-hmm.
The corpses.
Well, we can't wear it for like combat, sure, but I feel like it could come in handy if we need a disguise.
John is just going to look down at himself and his muscles that are the size of his wrists. Probably not I.
Can
Don't think
pass
I
for
can
a
even
pretty
reach it.
decent paladin. And I pose like heroically.
It's while he's posing that you realize he's about a foot shorter than this paladin was.
You know? Yeah, Al, you carry it. It might come in handy.
I'll start packing it.
Okay, strip it off the body and pack it away.
Is it actual full plate?
It is full plate.
Fuck, I wish I was a fighter.
Did we find any coinage on these guys? I know that you went through the loot, but I don't remember.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
There is not only is there not coinage, these guys don't have like coin purses, and you guys have lived this kind of life for a while. Coin purses are usually on like the same places, like people hide them in the same places. You've checked everywhere, there are not coin purses. There are, however, occasionally trinket bags, which I didn't bother listing. They don't have any weight, they're just there, which is basically like a little pouch of random oddities. Like just it buttons, like little thimbles, just trinkets, like things these guys seem to have picked up that they store where you would usually have a coin purse, but there is no money in them, not even a copper piece.
Interesting.
Is the orb thingy attached to something so that we can pick it up, or like if somebody finds it, like they can't even pick it up without it sticking to them?
So the orb was on the Apprentice Paladin's person, and it was wrapped in leathers. So if you unwrap the leathers and try and touch it, it's very, very cold. If you carry it in its basically leather satchel, it is tolerable, but still cold.
Luna, could you cast your warming magic on the sphere and see if it has any effect?
That's exactly what I was thinking, actually, so I do it.
Okay. Everyone make a dexterity saving throw.
Why am I not surprised? I knew it was a terrible idea, but Allison's smart enough. It's a save?
Yep.
I think Al still has protection against Celestials, but it probably doesn't matter.
Okay. So Luna casts her usual spell, and like there's just a flash. John, Croc, and Al, you're on your ass. Luna, you've been blown back 15 feet. None of you take any damage, but there was an immediate shockwave the moment you did that. That magic and this thing did not mix. They were not happy.
I like go
I'll just
spiraling off into the air.
I'll get up and look around to see if that, alerted anyone around.
The trees nearby are swaying.
Okay.
That was a bad idea!
That was not a good idea, no.
We need to go. Are we taking this thing?
Well, yeah. Yeah, I think that could come in handy, don't you?
No, but it sounds like a fucking nuke waiting to kill us, but sure.
Well, it could be a weapon that we could use.
We can harness it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you just did, right?
Well, now
Al-
that we know what it does.
Al, you trust me, right?
I'll just pick it up and throw it in my pack.
With the leathers on, don't touch it!
Yeah, I'm not that stupid. I just saw what it did.
Okay.
Yeah, we know you.
So I'll assume I'll be carrying anything in the party loot because I have the biggest strength.
That does seem to be the assumption right now. Al is just being loaded down like the cart horse.
Okay. I'm not writing all of this, so someone calculate the things if we even care about encumbrance.
That's a good question.
Croak is carrying a bunch of coldest robes.
Okay.
Mr. DM.
I believe there's... There's a couple dead cultists that weren't shredded. Let's put it that way, so you can have 2 cultist robes. But what was that being asked towards me?
What are the encumbrance rules?
I believe we're going with normal encumbrance rules. I wasn't going to be particularly stringent on it, but I am trying to... So plate armor weighs 65 pounds.
Yeah, I can carry the plate and the greatsword. I didn't check for everything else because it's not that heavy. Like rations and ritual books.
Rations do have weight, but it's not huge. The ritual books get no weight to them there.
Okay, cool. So I'm fine.
Can I actually take one of those books? Like, do they look any particular way?
They look like they're written in Draconic. The outside, like most things, is adorned with like the symbol of Tiamat, which is the 5-headed dragon. The ice head is central and is larger than the others.
But neither book looks particularly more interesting.
The cover is the same. The scratch in the books seems to be handwritten by the person that was carrying it, so it will be different. But no, neither of them look particularly cooler than the other.
Okay, I'm gonna take one and use shrink so it's actually my side and start reading it.
Okie dokie.
Like, I'm gonna go sit on Al's shoulder and do this, though.
You can make me an investigation check to see if you can pull any information out of this.
Oh, okay.
Could I do the same with the other book?
I'm really good at investigation.
He was like, basically it's a ritual book, but it's also a little bit of a journal, and you keep flipping past the important information to like read this guy's life story, which I could sit here for hours and tell you, but basically he was a cultist, raised in the city, he's had a very hard life, he was kind of driven to this. This is the best he's had it in a while, he's feeling good about his prospects, no one in the organization hates him, he's definitely not expecting to die, and then the entry ends.
Aww.
So, what'd you find, Luna? Is there anything important in there?
This story just abruptly ends. It's about a guy who finally found his place and everything, and then he just stopped writing.
Oh, it's unfortunate.
I really want to know the ending. Maybe the other book has it. And I tossed that book wherever it was, and it goes, like, it flumps back to normal size when I let go of it, and then the other one shrinks as I take it.
As she's saying, I really want to know how it ended, Croc is just jamming the naked corpse of the apprentice paladin into a hole and covering it with snow.
I assume utterly unceremoniously, not like placing the body, but just like cramming him in.
Yeah, like I snap one of his arms, bending it over so I could just shove him into a small hole. And then like stand on his body to get him under.
Yep.
And then just start covering him with snow.
This happening in the background to Luna tossing the book back and being like, I wonder how it ends. You can make an investigation check with the other book as well if you like.
Can I help Luna with that?
If you...
I wanted to do my own investigation, but...
Oh.
You can investigate the book she just tossed to you, which is the original book.
Well, wait, did you pick up the book and I didn't see it?
Yeah, he did say he's going to pick up the other book.
Okay, then I'll toss the first book and then I'll go jump on his shoulder and help him with the check. I'll read it over with him.
Okay, I was going to say, because if she shrinks the book, you then helping is going to be incredibly difficult for you.
No, that's just my bad. I didn't hear him say that.
Yeah, but if she sits on your shoulder and helps, then that is perfectly reasonable.
Alright. So, help with advantage, so here we go.
Whew.
18, okay. So, you basically, through this, glean that this is supposed to be a stealth expedition for some reason. The Mirror of Dead Men in their writings is incredibly dangerous. No one should go there. Everyone that goes there dies. So basically, this is a team of expendable idiots that they think, yeah, we can set up a unknown ritual site, because they don't actually go into detail in the journal as to what this ritual site is, but there is big reward if they succeed. And weirdly enough, the mystique of the Mirror of Dead Men is any one of their organization that goes into it dies. That has not changed in this moment. But yeah, you learn that the orb you have is the, I'm not going to say power source, but it is the spell component that they use. What they're doing here was drawing forth a water elemental, freezing it against its will, and somehow using that, maintaining that, like sealing it in that state until it starts just sapping all the energy out of the environment, trying to revert from ice to water, where they perpetually hold it in that state. So it as a water elemental, by its nature, is water, not ice.
Mm-hmm.
They force it into being ice and then hold it there, and the energy it's constantly drawing from the environment is it desperately trying to revert back to water, because that is the elemental state that it is. It is supposed to be an immutable fact of nature, and they are horrifically corrupting that and just torturing these creatures unimaginably, just to make the world comfortable for them.
Wonderful. Does it say that the ritual is something that needs to be persistent, or is it something that is completed and then they go away?
Not listed in the book, so he either didn't know, it was above his pay grade, or they hadn't got that far.
Okay.
But we do have a map with other elementals all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Is it marked as to what kind of elementals there?
It's not. It just mentions other sites like this.
Basker?
Yeah?
What were you gonna say?
I don't remember. I think it's...
Fuck.
I think that we can infer that they would all be water elementals, couldn't we? Because the whole region is meant to be cold. I don't know how you could pervert an earth or fire elemental to make things colder. Although I suppose I don't know much about the magics.
Yeah, they're probably ice or water.
And in fact, being that
we do? Oh, sorry.
Being that you are the class you are, if you were so inclined, if you had the materials to do it, you could copy this ritual into your spellbook and learn how to equally torture a water elemental. Being that you have the component needed for the spell attached to Owl.
As that rattles around in the back of my mind, wondering where on earth I will find components and materials to write things into my spell book in this apocalypse. Man, Wizard was a good choice.
Nope.
Damn.
It's okay. I get a spell on level up, so I'll have 5 spells when the campaign's over.
Tons of spell slots.
To cast the same spell. Yay, utility casters, but no... It's okay.
I don't think that continued the story either. I guess he didn't have the sequel book.
No, but it did tell a different story. Is that what we do now? Do we warm the region? Do we go around and kill these people who are
let's
holding
do
these
that.
elementals hostage? That sounds horrible.
But it'll be warm.
Taxing and intense. It's warm here now. Well, sorta. Right, it's still below freezing, but it's not like our bits are gonna freeze and fall off anymore, Mr.
I
DM.
believe last session I described it as hitting freezing. So you're at about 0 centigrade right now.
We're back up to 0.
Yep. Which is 45 degrees warmer than it was, which is
Up from here.
considerable.
Feeling tropical.
You
I
would
don't know.
still be a lot more comfortable if you had winter clothes.
Oh, yes. That's still in the forefront of at least John's mind.
But it's not like the con save's cooled, right?
No, it is not. The con save's cold now.
For the moment, until they realize that this expedition failed and send another one.
Well,
Oh, God.
and I look at the map. We kind of know how to stop this. At least the cold. We don't have to fight a dragon yet.
Well, this
I-
is true.
I just pat Al on the head because that was the conversation me and John just had.
Oh, I wasn't listening. I was totally zoned out.
Totally in character.
Well, I wasn't here out of character. I said beer play.
Hmm.
See, Al's on board too. How about you, green stuff? And I look at Croc.
I mean, I'm going to be going to these sites to free these elementals regardless, so it'd be good to have you along.
Yeah.
Do you think, Croc, next time, do you think we can free the elementals from a distance? Because that really hurt. And I've still got, like, ice chunks sticking out of the back of my hair and, like, sticking out of my back.
I suppose it depends how far along the rituals are at the other sites.
Oh.
Well, it got
It-
colder, like, towards the sea, so they started, and I'll point at the map here, maybe, and made their way towards us.
Hmm. Isn't there a dragon like here though?
Yes, what does that have to do with anything?
Well, to get there, we have to go past the dragon.
Yeah, well, we don't go where they started, we go to the closest.
Okay.
Well, wouldn't it make more sense, looking at the map here, if we went to the north and went around the outside of the mountain range? Because we'll have to cross the mountains if we go to the one down there.
But then you fight another dragon.
Well, we don't have to go that far north. We could sort of go over here, follow the mountain range up, and then
But-
go kitty corner along this little trail here.
We could
I'm pretty sure
sneak.
there's a path that leads from here straight to Waterdeep, and we can go around Waterdeep into there. I mean, I really don't give a fuck. We can go to either of them. I'm just saying.
We also need to find some warm clothes, because it's awesome right now, compared to 10 minutes ago.
It's still cold.
It is still very cold.
At least
I
for
don't
you guys.
know.
Well, probably word is gonna be out that this place isn't as cold, and we're gonna find enough people to rob to get ourselves warm on the way, wherever we're going. So, shrug.
We
It's
haven't
our best
seen,
option.
We haven't seen anybody this whole time except for Kuwak here, and
Yep.
you were friendly. So
But-
what if the other people we meet are friendly?
Well, they can be friendly. We don't have to be necessarily friendly.
Yeah.
Also, if they're on our way, they kind of owe us for making this place not fucking freezing. And we're going to make other places not fucking freezing, so the least they can do is give us some clothes to not freeze to death. They kind of owe it to us.
As long as they have them. I
Presumptuous.
mean,
I like it.
isn't this climate typically, like, maybe not tropical, but certainly temperate? It's not supposed to be this cold.
It's a swamp.
Exactly. Swamps aren't found in the tundra, or the wintry regions. Who's even gonna have winter clothes here? It would be like if Florida froze over.
Someone smarter
Florida.
than us who prepared when they ran from the city.
What's a Florida?
A warm place on a different continent.
Far off land.
In a far off land that we don't talk about.
You just did.
Well, are we gonna sleep before we go? I'm also hungry.
Well, we found some rations here. Do you want to try to
Mhm.
warm these up? Do you think maybe they'll explode?
Probably.
Maybe we don't use magic. Maybe we just throw them in a fire.
Probably make our way back to my tree.
Yee.
Good. Let me find a game plan. Where do we go from here?
Okay, so you guys want to vacate back to the tree for now?
Sure.
It was
Yay.
15 minutes? It wasn't too far, was it?
It wasn't. You guys have to walk because Al is still panting quite a bit.
Oh my god, dude, it's been a week. Come on.
Yeah, it's been a week for
7
you.
minutes.
It's been no time for Al.
He's winded.
But yeah, you get back to the tree, no problem. In fact, the fire at the tree is still running, and being that the temperature has gone up, it's almost comfortable in there.
Oh, wonderful.
And, well, actually, funnily enough, okay, you get back to the tree, and you'd like done a really good job in getting that fire going, so it maintained itself. Now that the ambient atmospheric cold has gone, the fire is much larger than you left it in the tree. Much larger, worryingly larger. You get back to the tree just in time to be like, oh, whoa, and contain the fire.
Oh, okay. That almost got out of hand. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Bonus, we have extra firewood than we thought.
a bonfire would be nice.
Maybe not indoors.
We can probably start normal fires now that the magical bullshit has gone, right?
Probably. Although, for how long, I don't know. I don't know how long it'll take until they send someone else to start a new ritual. If they'll even notice. If the dragon will come and inspect the area and find out why it's not cold.
It wasn't cold before.
Yep, sure was.
Yeah, but the ritual they tried never succeeded, right? They said everyone that came here died. Also, what the fuck is that about?
Yeah, as John pans his head over to Kruak, curiously, yeah, in the journal they said that everyone that comes here dies. Do you have a habit of killing outsiders?
Cultists.
Oh.
I watch them, like I watched you.
You know how they die? It doesn't seem like there's very many creatures here.
Quickly.
That's not ominous. Are you responsible?
Yes.
That was pretty obvious.
Well, I wasn't sure if there were dangers in the area that we weren't aware of yet.
Me.
No.
Well, I'm glad that we're on your side. Or you're on our side.
Yeah.
Glad you didn't make our meeting difficult.
Wait. Ominous.
Speaking of ominous, there are no animal sounds in this swamp, which is fairly normal to the world, but also there are no, like, frozen to death animal bodies or anything like that around. This swamp is just absent of animal life, aside from you guys.
Wouldn't that be fairly normal though? Because don't the dragons just eat everything?
Well, dragons don't necessarily bother to go after small creatures. So things like little birds and rodents and that kind of stuff. Like big game, like cows, moose, deer, that kind of stuff definitely get eaten by dragons. Smaller stuff usually gets ignored.
Mm. Is there like
D-
bugs?
No.
Now, formerly I thought it was because of the cold. But that doesn't seem to be the case.
I mean, it's still pretty cold. It's gonna take them a while to come back.
Yeah, where did they go?
Animals hibernate. I read it in a book.
Were there like signs of animal life in the other places we've been before we got here?
So
I'll
the swamp-
just
Especially because it's been snowy, like animal life is actually fairly obvious because you see just footprints of like you see deer prints or bear prints or wolf prints, like animal prints are all around. You'll even see like streaks of where squirrels have landed and then hopped back up into frozen trees. Like there hasn't been enough time for all of the animal life to die off because I believe I said this has only been going for like a week, didn't I? Or I can't remember how long the frozen element has been going on for, but not long enough for all animal life to immediately die off.
Well, squirrels and birds and stuff sometimes stay in the winter anyway.
so you said, and I looked at Tusks. You said this is your swamp
That's
multiple
right.
times. Yeah. When you say yours, how did you acquire it?
I mean, I woke up here. I was the only thing here when I woke up.
3 years ago.
Yes.
Not weird at all. Okay.
Baby.
Has there ever been anything else here? I mean, aside from the cultists that you've killed, have there ever been any creatures?
I'm right in saying there hasn't, right, Blake?
Blake?
Blaze. It's alright.
I was very confused. No, there have never, to your knowledge, there have never been creatures in this place. Creatures have ventured in, and then they very quickly disappear.
Yeah.
So I'm quickly coming to the conclusion that maybe we shouldn't stay here either. I know it's your home, but I think we have to keep moving on.
But they've
Oh.
been here for 3 years, so
Yeah, it doesn't make me any more comfortable that seemingly everything else that's come here has not persisted. Maybe there's something special about them. And he points to Croc. And there isn't anything special about us.
Wait, have you eaten the cultists?
Sorry, what?
That you said you killed them. Have you eaten them? Is that what happens?
I don't eat them.
Oh. What,
Oh,
wait, you
John
don't
has
eat?
a light bulb moment.
You don't eat? At all?
I've never really needed to.
What?
CERN.
The swamp sustains me.
How?
I don't know.
What do you use
Did
your
you
mouth
ever-
hole for?
Talking?
Ah, fair point. Damn it.
That caught me off guard.
Have I ever heard of this swamp?
The Mirror of Dead Men? Yep, absolutely.
What would I know about it?
What would you know about it? Would you like to make a history check?
I sure would. That'd be awesome. I don't know shit.
Good, then I don't have to describe anything to you.
Fuck. I don't have lucky either.
You know that the Mirror of Dead Men has another name in another language that means slow marching court.
What
but
language?
You don't necessarily. Yeah, you don't remember what language that was because you rolled a 7. You don't.
Is it a language any of us have?
He doesn't remember what language.
He doesn't
Yeah.
remember. He's just.
I remember the
remembering
translation, but not the root.
Yeah, he's remembering
okay.
the translation.
But
He's
I'm
not actually saying the
asking-
word. Yes, but this is a thing that John is remembering.
Oh, okay. But if it was in like a language one of the rest of us knew, we might know.
Yes, but he doesn't remember what the word is. He just remembers the English translation or common translation.
Is this like folk
Okay,
tales
never
kind
mind.
of stuff, or actual like historical knowledge?
If the rest of you would like to make history checks,
Oh, allow me. Allow me.
Oh my god.
you think it's a place where dead men are buried because it's called the Mirror of Dead Men.
Very accurate.
MEER?
MERE. I'm saying near. It could be Mire. I don't know.
Oh, MIRE would be Meyer, I believe.
Anyway, Luna, you were saying?
In like other so like it sounds like you're saying other languages have different like stories about the place. That's what I'm asking. Like would I don't know that.
They might do. If you want to make a history check for yourself, you might know more about it than Neither John does.
Well, I'm only wanting to roll if I have anything to do. Like if I don't have the language, then it doesn't matter. So I wouldn't roll for it, is what I'm saying. I don't need to know what the language is, but if I don't have it on my list, then there's no point in me rolling.
Well, you might have heard about it in this other language, which, let's see if you speak it. You might have heard stuff about it in Common. Because these...
But John speaks Common.
Yes, but he also rolled really low, so he didn't know anything. Yes, you speak the other language.
Roll, goddamn.
What do I roll?
History.
Oh, great. I know about as much as John.
With a 10, you know that the word is Mirdelane, which is an Elvish word. And that the name, the Mirror of Dead Men, referred to thousands of dwarves, elves, and humans of a fallen kingdom who were slain here during the invasion of an orc army.
So
I was
know
right.
the name.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm gonna rifle through Al's pack and look for a ration.
I mean, sure. Could have asked, but okay.
I just like
You allow this?
disappear into the pack.
Yeah, I don't try and stop her.
Okay. Al, you can subtract a ration from your character sheet.
I'll subtract 2 because once she's out with it, I'll just take it from her and tell her to get herself another one.
That was mine!
You can get another one.
Stealing son of a bitch! And I go back in.
I'll make some kind of a contraption to fry up one of the frozen rations over the fire.
What do you make this contraption out of?
Probably... I have a mess kit, so something out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Like a pot or a pan or something. I'll throw it in there, rehydrate it, and...
Wait, she has a really cool trick that she can instantly just heat food. Make it perfectly warm.
John's gonna hold up a finger and say, "Yes, that's true, but right now, this is therapy." And he puts himself back into cooking.
I'll look to Wings. What's therapy?
I don't know.
Top tier roleplay.
I'm just chewing giant mouthfuls because this. I didn't even bother to shrink this. I'm just eating it full size on Al's shoulder.
So are we resting here for tonight?
Is that what the party would like to do?
Mm-hmm.
Then yes, you may rest here for the night.
Well, there's
All
two
right,
other
what's
people.
going on?
Basker?
Yeah, I was just letting everyone speak. While that's going on, John would like to take the, what did we call that? The untreated human leather out of my pouch and lay it out next to the fire and study it. Look for magical runes, look for any hint or trace of the magics that was in it, and I'm gonna cast Ritually Identify.
Ah, interesting. This is not arcane,
Oh,
which is really weird to you.
yes.
This is divine in nature.
The orb?
No, the
The
skin,
tattoo.
Oh shit.
the human leather jerky.
What?
You would love to find that there is something arcane about this because this would make sense to you, but this is a divinity style blessing, and the identify spell gives you the impression, because it doesn't give you like the full rundown, being that this isn't arcane magic. It's not designed to identify this kind of thing, but this is pulling from a source that you're in the moment where you're in the identify spell and you feel something colossal turn its attention towards you, and you just snap your hand away from it and you have the chills.
Yeah, okay. So, couple of things. One, as I start the ritual, this is something that I wanted to do that I've been forgetting about doing every time I've cast a spell. I don't use like an arcane focus or anything like that. I've actually got a pouch underneath my book, and I reach into it and I pull out this silver pearl that's about the size of a cat's eye marble, and then poof an owl out of the ether, and then pluck a feather off of it, and then banish it back into the middle of nowhere
What?
and combine those together by wrapping the owl feather around the pearl and then holding it up to my forehead to actually cast the identify spell. And then, as we go through with the ritual, as Blaze described, once I get to the thing looking at me, I'm just going to stand up and then whip the skin leather out of the fucking hut into the open outside, walk back in and sit down and start eating my ration. Nope, nope, nope.
Do
And I'm
you
just muttering at
explain that,
myself.
or do you just do that?
I just do that. You get nope, no idea.
I just stop mid chew, my cheek giant.
For extra context, John is looking a shade paler and has a bit of a 1,000-yard stare.
So,
Which is already impressive because John was a shade paler than anyone knew existed to begin with.
so how? John, explain this to me, please.
Oh.
How the hell, in a room with a 3-year-old green person thing that's lived in a swamp its entire 3 years of life, a literal fucking fairy, and 2 humans, you're the weirdest person here.
Hey.
I just look at you, mouthful of probably at this point still partially frozen ration, and shrug.
A fucking facepalm.
If that was to me, I didn't hear you.
It was the owl, but
I didn't hear
Well,
either, my bad.
it was just in general.
I didn't hear it either.
Oh well.
Say it again!
I think I heard the word magic, but
Magic.
What magic?
She has food in her mouth, so it's not going to be very audible.
What? You're not always eating, you know?
No, but when that whole sequence happened, she just stopped mid-eating. Then I continued chewing.
Okay. We should keep watches because this thing, and I pointed the smoke, is gonna probably attract something. I'll take first watch. Volunteers for second, third, and fourth.
Speaking of attracting something, never mind.
What?
I'll take second watch. And John's just gonna roll over to the side of the hut.
exactly what are you watching for?
Things?
Threats?
In the night.
I understand the swamp is empty right now, but that doesn't mean it's gonna continue to be empty while we sleep.
Explain that to me, sorry.
You know how we came into the swamp?
No, I understand the nature of travel. It's the explain sleep to me, please.
Oh, we're having that conversation. So, how do you
Wait.
explain sleep?
Wait, I got this. Okay, so
Go
you know
on.
how like a flower will like open or close depending on the sun?
Yes.
So when the flower closes, that's what sleep is for like people like us.
And does it render you incapable of watching?
Yes. Should we be
You
telling him that?
can watch in your sleep?
Well, I can, but I don't know. But clearly you can't.
Oh.
You can. What?
I think there's
The
some kind
two
of play
cogs.
thing.
Two cogs in Al's head grinding against each other right now.
When I rest, I simply find somewhere comfortable to sit and I remain motionless, but I'm still conscious, I still see, I still hear.
It's not sleep. That's sitting down.
I didn't say it was sleep, it's just what I do when I rest. My point was, if you desire, you can sleep and I will watch.
Creepy.
Well, listen, don't take this the wrong way, but I don't really know what you are, and I don't fully trust you yet.
I mean, I'm not entirely sure what I am.
That doesn't make it any better. Like, um, you know what? Fuck it. You had 3 days to kill us. You didn't. So, if you wanna quote unquote keep watch while we sleep,
We could do a two-person watches.
yeah, no. But then they end up on like a watch on their own anyway. So the threat persists, which is, in my
But if
opinion, again, no
but they're
offense,
gonna be
them.
watching the whole time if they don't sleep.
But they said they can watch while they sleep.
Exactly. So they never sleep
Yes.
anyway.
I am so confused.
I get the impression that that's not a difficult state for you to achieve.
Oh, that was a hard laugh to hold back.
I failed.
Wow.
I'm not smart enough to understand what they mean. So
At least John's in scene.
It's
God.
okay, Al. They're just saying that you're really physically capable.
I mean that's pretty obvious. Whatever. What? You do watch as we sleep. Sound good to everyone?
Is there anybody capable of magical repairs?
What kind?
And Grok is going to take off their breastplate and kind of sit it down and just point at the two massive cracks in it from the ice elemental.
Oh. No, I don't think I can fix that.
It's not magic that I currently have access to, but I was hoping that one of the two of you who can use magic might.
Are you trying to fix?
They just kind of gesture at their breastplate.
No, that's I could. If you have a jewel or something, I can fix it.
I don't.
It's a wooden breastplate, just to make clear.
want to sleep.
All right. So, with that said, am I understanding that you're all going to sleep and leaving Kroak on watch?
Yes, but for the first like hour, maybe like 2, I will just be in a corner, like shadowboxing and doing some very light workouts to be able to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
because of my class, this is a thing. So, like this is an actual thing. That is all.
What the fuck? Okay, if you're gonna do that, I'm taking my blanket out of your pocket and I'm stuffing it somewhere in John's pocket, and I'm gonna go curl up in there and try to sleep.
Sure.
John, without permission, a fairy starts trying to stuff stuff into your pocket.
Stuff.
John will just roll over a little bit to make it more convenient to get the stuff into my pocket. He won't offer any assistance, but he will make it easier.
Thank you.
And then he'll be up, not like up, but like he'll peek an eye open like every half an hour, 45 minutes to just keep an eye out because he's still really uneasy, but more at peace than he's been in a while. So like getting 45 minutes of sleep at a clip is like progress for him.
Oh my god, I relate to that so hard. Okay, so is that what the party's doing? Kroak, are you sitting motionless but watching?
Yeah, I mean, for half the night, sure, but for the other half, I'm going to be attempting to fix my breastplate.
Okie dokie. Again, this is not a thing where you have any. Oh no, you do have woodworking, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. In that case, make me do a survival check just to gather a little bit of wood, and then a wood carving check to patch the cracks.
Oh, okay. So it's a 14 on my survival check.
That's easily good enough.
Okay, what sort of attribute am I putting to it? Am I using my wisdom, my dexterity?
You may use
Charisma.
I was gonna say it's either more survival, so wisdom, or dexterity.
I'd love for it to be wisdom
Then make it wisdom.
for more survival. Oh, for God's sake.
Oh.
It annoyingly doesn't go well. You don't manage to, the wood just and this is a thing where, okay, if it was cold, that would be one thing. If it was warm, that would be one thing. It's been freezing, but the temperature's just jumped by an amount, so you're trying to work the wood and it keeps altering its malleability as it's coming up to the new ambient temperature, which just screws up your work and like trying to patch the cracks so many times, just repeatedly throughout the night. You've measured something to be exactly right, you try and fit it into the crack so that you can then like smooth it over and get it in there, and it's expanded and won't fit, like almost on repeat, and you're getting so frustrated with this that eventually you have to throw your tools down, because otherwise you're going to punch a brand new crack into your breastplate.
Yep. Well, that's extremely goddamn irritating.
Unfortunate. And I would say, being that you have 4 hours, I would give you another attempt, but as we come to that point where you're just throwing your tools down in frustration, there is I would call it a burst of wind that is loud enough that everything left like hanging in your domicile rattles a little. The trees shake, like there was a boom, and then like everything in the swamp is left swaying, like just some kind of impact or something, and you all feel it is loud enough that no one needs to make any check to be immediately roused from their slumber. You're about, I would say, 6 hours into the 8 hours you need of your rest, and there is a boom, and just everything's left shaking.
Like, back on.
Wait, does that count as a short rest?
I mean, I would imagine because we've been resting for 6 hours.
You've
but
been
I
resting
guess
for 6 hours. That is longer than the short rest. So if you want to count it as a short rest and move on with that, you absolutely can.
Thank you.
Yes.
Indeed not.
Or you use arcane recovery. But you do get sorcerer points back, which you can turn into spell slots.
Do you on a short rest?
I thought sorcerers got sorcerer points back on short rests. Maybe I'm thinking of some kind of thing else.
I will have to double check that, my friend. Hold on.
Maybe it's a particular subclass.
You regain all sorcery points when you finish a long rest. Nope, you get nothing back as a sorcerer on a short rest. One of the very annoying things about being a sorcerer, you're very long rest dependent.
I was thinking of a sorcerer warlock. They spend their warlock
Yeah.
spell slots for sorcerer points. My bad.
So I'm assuming since we needed no checks and it woke all of us up, it was pretty intense, yeah?
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll immediately reach for Lucy and get in like battle stance.
We
Okay.
should probably just not make any fucking noise.
You're again, I believe Croc explained this as a dugout that is 5 feet tall. So you go to get into battle stance and like your head is sandwiched against the ceiling and like your shoulder is against it. This is
Yeah, I probably hit my head because I just woke up and I'm not used to sleeping here.
yep.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm used to sleeping in pockets, I'm used to being jostled, so I just think it's John being annoying.
John, it's been 6 hours. Everyone
Mhm.
has been resting. I don't suppose that the fire is anything more than embers and ash at this point.
Croc's been keeping the fire up.
Mhm.
Oh, balls. Okay.
Well, you guys were complaining so much about the cold that Croc didn't want you to freeze to death, so...
Aww.
Well, plus
Thank
you
you.
went out to gather wood for you, like repairing your breastplate. So gathering more wood for the fire would be so easy at that point.
Yeah. Plus, every time a piece of my wood broke when I was trying to fit it into my armor, I got thrown on the fire.
Perfect.
Okay, so I don't have anything for this. Luna, wake up! I need you to try to put out the fire.
Oh, I'm
Something
tired.
big. Something big.
I just threw rocks at it.
No, like bigger. From the impact and where we just fought the elementals, does it sound like my worst fear is happening? Does it sound like whatever landed was where we fought the elemental?
Unfortunately, you don't have radar ears to triangulate the exact distance of a
Okay.
thing. You just heard a boom, especially because you were not really like you were half
That's fair.
consciousness at that point.
Was it from that direction, or when it got to me, was it just all encompassing?
Um, it was all encompassing at that point.
Okay. So, big, scary. Please put out the fire. I don't want
Oh,
this.
you want the fire out?
Oh,
Croc just reached out the hand and stuffs the fire.
okay, that works. Did you feel that?
Yes.
I don't know what that was. I don't want to give away our position.
Yeah, I was walking outside.
Yeah, Croc's like, I'm gonna go have a look.
Oh. Um. John will sheepishly follow them, but like from a distance. Like he's not gonna go outside. He's gonna stand at the threshold of the doorway, at most.
Okay. So you head outside. Are you guys searching around for the thing? Like, are you staying together? Or are you splitting up? What's going on?
Split the party.
Genuinely no idea. I guess I'm going to Is there any indication now that we're outside where the noise came from? Like, is it continuing to make noise, or was it just one thingy of noise? Is
It
there
was one boom, and now you guys are looking around and aren't seeing like any like giant looming shape in the distance. It's mostly still. There are some like trees that are still swaying a bit. So there was obviously a big impact, but you're not seeing anything super obvious
Okay.
by
Let me
just scanning the
see.
horizon.
Can we kind of like see, like, if we look up, do we just see like the overhanging of the uh God Jesus, what's it called?
Willow
The
trees?
the canopy of the swamp, or can we see up into the sky?
Yeah, how dark is it?
Smart thinking. Okay, it's quite dark. Make me a perception check. I'm not going to go with your passive here.
Can
All
they
of
be
us or
assisted?
just them?
Anyone looking up?
Okay. Do you want to know what I'm looking for in particular, or I mean, I guess it doesn't matter.
Are you looking for something in particular?
Yeah, I was looking to see if there was a kick up like snow from the trees and snow from the ground. If something big came from above and impacted down, it would have thrown up like a dusting of snow, which would be very slowly coming down.
Yes, Croc. You are seeing a dusting of snow drifting down exactly as you're looking for. John, you look up and you notice something very different, which is there is a fairly normal just canopy in this area. You've triangulated a hole in it that wasn't there before.
How close?
Going at a diagonal angle, so it's not just straight top down through the canopy. There is a layer of the canopy just in a kind of streak that is just missing, and scattered on the ground there are just holes in the snow where you couldn't see sticks and whatnot that have been dislodged from the canopy because it's just sunk into the snow that is still there. But there is just holes in the snow where you assume the bits that have been dislodged from the canopy are now living.
Okay. How big is the hole in the canopy? Can I get an idea of the size of the creature that came through?
It's not small.
Guys? Something big. And John's going to cast a spell. Not
Okay.
really, but like, it's find familiar. He's gonna poof an owl out of the ether.
Woo!
Who?
And he's gonna sit down in the threshold of the doorway and bamf into the owl's vision, and then fly off in the direction of
Okay.
where it looks like the whatever it was touched down.
Is there any visual indication that John has done this? Like, does his eyes glow and then his owl's eyes glow? Or is it just completely... Like, does he just sit down and then an owl fucks off from his shoulder?
That's what I'm imagining, but there's probably some small amount of arcane glowing. I don't think it actually says in the spell.
Yeah, well, it's up to you, my friend. I'm asking you as a player, how does this look? Because this is your character.
Okay. Um, so as John's going to sit down, and from like the top of his head, similar to where the owl appeared earlier, where he grabbed the feather, is going to be out of his forehead. An owl is just going to shunt out of the ether with a little puff of smoke and then take off flying as John leans back a little bit and his eyes are going to flicker with a little bit of light and then they're going to close. So that way you can't see the glowing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Okay. So your owl flies off in given direction. Very, very quickly, the owl starts surveying, and there's no giant creature around. Like, you'd be able to see it with owl vision very, very quickly. However, you do see a group of humanoids standing in the distance, at, as was guessed, the site where you guys fought the elemental previously.
Okay. How do the humanoids look? Do they look like the same cultists with the Tiamat symbol? Do they look like they're regular humans? Refugees?
Bit difficult to tell. Flying at owl distance, they just look like humanoid figures in the distance.
Okay. I'd like to get close, but like, if noticed at all, promptly fucking off.
Okay. You see one is a lot larger than the others, kind of craggy, green skin, like a weird mane of hair. Nose for days. Like the biggest bulbous nose you've ever seen on a humanoid, and like the stubbiest little legs. Like this thing is all torso and like tiny, tiny little legs. Has a something round its neck. You can't really make it out. There is a man in white robes. Again, you can't see much more detail than that. And then a second man in similar robes, but like less ornate than the first guy.
Okay.
Now, if you want to push your owl closer, I will give you more details. But at that point, I'm going to ask you to like confirm that that's what you want to do, and then make a stealth check.
No. That is going to be Owl's coming back. And John's going to tell everybody what I saw.
As your owl is on the way back, you also see, just randomly, because this one is nothing to do with like the group of people you just noticed, there is a humanoid figure, cloak over its like head, snow all over its clothing, just kind of staggering through the swamp, carrying another humanoid that is entirely wrapped. So, like, humanoid in the arms of the first one, and you can't see any features of what they're carrying. They're just staggering through the place, holding a something.
Interesting.
Okay.
These two things simultaneously.
Simultaneous.
John is confused, but like you can hear like an audible sigh of relief when it's not a big thing. It's a group of humanoids because John was panic fearing it's a dragon that just showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Out of question or out of character question.
Mm-hmm.
Do dragons in this world are they capable? I don't know enough of the lore. Are they capable of transforming into human forms?
Absolutely.
Okay, just checking. Carry on. What do we do? Is that like common knowledge?
Is that common knowledge?
Or at least like for me?
For you, I would say yes, which is why I answered the question. For other people, maybe not.
Okay.
I thought that it was now in this universe, and maybe John knows, maybe John doesn't know, but piggybacking off of Luna's question, is it just metallic dragons that can change form? Or can chromatics do it as well?
Oh.
You don't have that information.
Copy that.
Do.
Was there a question there, Luna?
No.
Okay, excellent. So your owl comes back to you, John, unmolested.
But.
Hooray.
Good.
Good. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Is there something you would like to translate to the party, or?
Oh yeah, I would just everything that Blazes said. John will just parrot that. That way we don't have to rely on my memory to do so.
What?
And there's not a big creature, but a group of little ones, and another group of two. back where we fought the elemental and the other cultists. I guess we really can't call them cultists anymore because they're the only religion that's left. Boy, that's
Well,
funny, isn't it? I'm off track.
Sorry, let me get this straight. There's only 3 of them.
Were there 3? I
Yep.
saw a few. Okay,
Group of 3. One.
and then one carrying one, but separate to the group of 3. So
Yep.
5 total individuals were seen.
Yep.
Okay.
Are they
That sounds
moving?
like we should honestly get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I was thinking we should go kill them.
Well, that worked out well last time, but well,
Did it work out well last time? Because I was thrown like a fucking rock.
yeah, but somehow I'm feeling a little better, but still look worse for wear compared to you, asshole. I mean, thank you.
Yeah, we just
I don't
go
know.
back to bed. Muttering from John's pocket.
Yeah.
I don't think that's an option. I think we either have to leave or we deal with them. I think dealing with them is the better option.
Yeah, because I think we can infer that they're here to investigate what happened to the elemental, and then they can report back to the organization, and that could be really bad.
But if
But
we're
what
not
if-
here, they're gonna report back that they died like everyone else that came here, not that we killed them. If you go deal with them and one of them gets away, then it's a problem.
Well, 2 of the cultists got away.
Oh, we're fucked anyway. Okay, let's go deal with them. And I'll pick up my pack.
I don't know that that's okay. I'm assuming that Al is just leaving.
Yeah, I just start heading in the
Conversation
general
is
direction.
ceased.
I grab my blanket and shoot out of John's pocket and go follow Al.
Yeah, Croc is heading out with Al.
I'm gonna
All right.
stuff my blanket.
John will follow,
Mhm.
but because it's dark out, John is going to keep his senses in the owl that's perched on his shoulder, so he can rely on the owl's keen hearing and sight.
Shit, third-person view.
Yeah, well, sort of. It's like
Okay.
a first and a half person view.
So, as you guys are heading out, you're heading towards the this group of humanoids. You cross the path of the staggering humanoid that is holding the second humanoid. They are like direct in your path on the way back, which is why I described them on the return trip of the owl. And Niles, would you like to describe your character to the group? You're muted currently. Don't tell me you've gone AFK.
It's a Niles.
Okay, right. Okay, I was muted. Right, so
Mm-hmm.
he is tallish, not quite 6, but 5'11". He's got dark hair. He's wearing a mask over his face and then a hood above it. And then he's like wearing rather dark clothes. He has like a long, thin blade at his side, and a couple of others like just like dangling around his belt.
And you come across this humanoid who is carrying another humanoid that seems to be wrapped completely in blankets to the point that you're not even able to see their face.
How big are they? The thing that he's carrying, the person.
Small-ish, child size.
Okay.
So do you... How do you deal with this humanoid, or do you just continue past to the other group?
We're here to kill cultists. People with hoods are definitely cultists, right?
I mean, that's one way to bright Niles out of the campaign before he's in it.
Great session, guys. See you guys next week.
Wait,
So
Oh, 2 goes there.
I need help.
What? What help? Are you with the group of the others? Are you with the cultists? And John's gonna pull out a knife.
There's cultists.
Behind you.
Yeah, we think so.
That's what a cultist would say.
No, were attacked by orcs. We were trading for medicine. Negotiations went sour, and we barely made it out. But he's sick. I need help. He needs medicine.
Well, we're fresh out of that.
What's he sick with?
He's got a fever. Bad one.
Well, I recommend bringing him back to... We're not that far from the tree, are we?
You're barely out of it.
Okay. Kraken's just gonna say, follow me.
Thank you, woodland creature, and he will follow.
Do you know how to use those? And Kraken's just gonna gesture at the blades.
He nods.
Good. Once we get your friend settled, we'll deal with the cultists, and then we'll come back and treat your friend.
Okay.
Crag will lead this person down into the dugout. And yeah, just get the person, restart the fire, and set the person next to the fire. Or, you know, at least like comfortably close to the fire, not
In the fire.
Yeah. So the place the place that you're being led into is like a 5-foot high dugout, so actually too short for you to even completely stand up in. But there is a fire in there, and you can set the person next to it.
Well, yeah, I will let anyone else move him if they are offering to help.
Can we see their face, or is it covered too?
So, yeah, the child's face is just like not covered. He looks like he's about 9 years old or so.
And he's conscious?
No.
Oh.
I don't necessarily be super good at the medicine, but can John take a look as they walk by and see if he can get an idea about what's going on?
Yeah, you can make a medicine check if you like.
Okay, that's not bad.
Okay. I'm going to do a thing where I am going to now take John away. I'm going to say something to him, and he is going to have to return and explain it all to you secondhand.
Oh,
brilliant.
Oh, boy.
Oh. Good to know you're still alive.
Yeah, just about.
That doesn't sound very good.
They don't look too trustworthy, I say to O.
No, Wings. We don't look too trustworthy.
No, they don't look trustworthy.
I mean, it's their swamp, and I point to Tusks. Well,
I mean,
not
the
really
other
our call.
ones. And I point to the
Yeah,
two boys.
I know, but they offered them to help them, and it's their swamp.
As they walk past John, you see as his eyes just kind of glaze over, and his mouth hangs agape. And he looks really withdrawn.
Will he be okay?
I hope so, but I haven't really had time to inspect him.
Are Quack and unnamed character in the hut, or are they still standing next to John?
Oh, well, Krug walked right past, so...
Okay.
I believe they moved into the hut.
Yeah, we all scooched in to get by the fire.
Alright, so while it's just John, Lewt, and Al, John's gonna say, I don't know if you guys saw it, but the little one in his arms is totally frozen over. Like he's been dead a long time.
Oh.
I don't know that we can bring him back.
But he said he had
Like,
a
he's
fever.
an icicle.
Wouldn't he be hot?
If that was true. But I got a pretty good look at him.
You think we should tell him?
Maybe after we kill the cultists? Or as we get to kill the cultists?
No, but then he'll
He's
think
crazy.
we let him freeze.
Oh.
I don't know.
I don't know if he's dead. We should just get it out with, so we don't have any misunderstandings here.
Yeah. I just
I'll-
don't know if they'll turn violent.
I'll go let them know, and I'll head into the dugout.
Fucking hell, Al.
Well, this will be a glorious disaster.
I'll just go in and pat masked guy on the shoulder.
He'll like look up at you.
Listen, so our friend up there took a look at your child? Yours?
No.
Well, that makes it a little easier to say, but he's dead. He's been dead a while. He's frozen.
No, he can't be. How can you tell with just a look? I'm gonna like rush over to him.
Your
Start taking off the blankets.
Croc, it's fairly obvious to you that this is true. Knight, you're not necessarily ready to accept that right now.
Yeah. I just need some time by the fire. I've not been able to get one started for days.
Well, if we don't go and stop these cultists, this fire will go out. So while we leave him next to the fire to hopefully warm up, let's go take care of them before they do what they've tried to do a few hours ago.
If you're sure it will help.
Well, it definitely won't hurt.
I'm gonna put my hand on my blade and I am going to get ready to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Crack will kind of lead everybody back out of the dugout.
Okay. You find yourselves outside the dugout now with that looming worry in the back of your heads and the unknown possibility before you. Are you heading straight towards the assumed cultists?
I think we are.
Well, what's your name, mysterious guy?
I'm in service to him as a knight, and they just refer to me as such.
Nice to meet you in service to him.
Great.
Service to who?
Lord Taka. And I gesture to, I guess if we're still in the dugout, to the body.
I
I'll
turn
lean over
pale.
Yeah, I'll lean over his shoulder and go, "Oh, he kind of doesn't believe me."
John's gonna hold up a finger like a thumbs up and say, "You're doing great, bud."
Let's make sure we defend your lord, then.
Let's.
Yeah.
And I will, let's go fucking kill some colors.
Well, I didn't get close enough to look and see if they were really cultists. So let's at least observe from a little closer before we open fire on maybe more allies.
I can get close if we need it.
Oh,
Let's
are you?
approach.
Okay. How are you guys approaching?
Walking?
How
You know
I
how they
will
walk in
approach
JoJo?
is I would approach through like any foliage that I can find, as to not be seen. Thank you.
Mhm.
It's up to everyone else if they want to follow suit or probably not.
You know, John's definitely good with taking a quieter approach to things.
Yeah, there's not a screaming elemental, so Croc will move relatively quietly. They're used to doing that, so.
Okay. So
Sure,
how close are you guys going to want to get?
My owl has 120-foot dark vision,
Mm-hmm.
so at least that close.
Karak wants to get close enough to see what they're doing and, if possible, hear them.
As close as I can without being seen, or heard, or smelled.
As close as you can without being seen is a difficult one, because you only know how close that is once you've crossed that
Right.
threshold.
Okay. I mean, yeah.
Which is why I'm asking.
Close enough to get a surprise round.
Wow.
Okay. Again, not talking in terms of character sheet, but talking in terms of what character would do.
Are they
This-
talking?
They are talking. They
Close.
are having a discussion. You can see like arms moving and gestures, and one of them, one of the smaller figures, in fact the shortest one there, is gesturing very, like hand gesturing towards the largest one there very firmly, but you can't hear the words quite yet.
Okay, I want to
Can
go
my
close
owl
enough
hear?
to hear.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems the most sensible.
I'm on Al's shoulder, by the way.
Okay, so everyone that would like to get that close except Luna, because she's just sitting on a shoulder, make a stealth check.
Yeah, I'm not particularly.
Watch me fail.
How, how far away are we before we proceed? Rough guesstimate, like a half mile, or like 1,000 feet, or 30 feet?
I believe I said it was like a 2 to 3 minute dead sprint from the last place, so maybe 5-10 minutes walk.
Oh, so quite the goddamn ways.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Obviously, an owl can move very fast to get there.
Yeah, but
Who?
having the owl there and not John is not gonna work out super good.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, sometimes you do need to tell your players to get their shit together.
I don't
Yeah, I
think
was going to
anyone
say,
needs to
as the
Blaze
DM,
twice.
you do occasionally need to say to your players, okay, behave.
Yeah.
What was that, Basker?
Oh, I said I don't think anyone needs to tell you twice. I've played with this group for 2 sessions now, and I'm like, yeah.
I've always been an authoritarian. I don't know why. It's just part of my personality.
Because you suck. Okay, bear.
Oh, not only
Did
that.
I just get fucking drive-by'd?
Yes.
Anyway, so you are at the threshold now of you guys have just started stealthing your way towards and are looking to get within audible range of this group. And I tabulated your stealth checks as like, so that's a 10, a 20, a 27, a 13, and a 9.
Mine was a 17.
Yours was a 17?
Yep.
Why is that?
Hang on. I'm going to bark it on the GM layer for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, perfect. All right. So, well enough as a group, you all sneak closer, and you can see that this group of 3 are engaged in a conversation. Close as you are now, you can see that one of them is this fellow. Let's just... Come on. Yeah, there we go. So we've got a very large ice troll. Someone who has glorious white hair and a lovely white trimmed robe. Same symbol of Tiamat, this time on the back of it rather than the front. Like, perfectly dressed. Both of them getting a dressing down by a figure that is probably 4'11". Similar sort of dress as the man. They're both standing there with heads kind of hung. The smaller figure is wearing it's very strange attire. It's like a robe, as if they were a court wizard. They have bone white something on their hands to make it look like they have claws that are very like long and thin and dainty. They're wearing a helmet with two black horns that kind of go up the back. Looks like it's made of silver. Like it's obviously a ceremonial helmet rather than a combat one, with like platinum rune marking down the helmet, and the platinum continues into thread down their robes, and they're standing there just barking angry frustration at the ice troll and this man. And you come in at the point where the small, like not the smallest man, the one that's getting a dressing down, so I'm going to call him medium, is going, but sire, we weren't even here. How are we supposed to know that? And I don't want to hear it, okay? This was supposed to go off without a hitch. Now I have my brother breathing down my neck, and I swear I'm going to flash threes. Both of you, unless this is rectified immediately. Find the orb now! And they about face away from him. At which point, they start scanning the horizon, looking at like the tracks that your group obviously left. No one said they were making stealth checks as they left the scene or anything like that. So we've got a nice like plow in the snow leading back in the direction that you all are now hiding in. As this happens, however, you are greeted to the sight of, let's just say, it was fairly like lit in this area as moonlight was pouring through the canopy layer. It suddenly goes dark as the 4'11" figure assumes its natural form, and you are presented with the sight of an gargantuan ancient dragon
Right.
that spans its wings and thankfully immediately just leaps, and you hear that sound again, the impact, much closer. Hair is blown back as it fucks off through the cloud layer, leaving just the ice troll and the other humanoid, who both let out a collective sigh of relief and just put their face in their hands after that dressing down. Like, they both stop what they're doing. They were supposed to be searching, and are just like, oh, thank God he's gone.
That makes 3, thank God he's gone.
4.
5.
John is going to lead into Al and be like, "This is why we don't rush. That would have sucked."
Well, it doesn't suck yet, so.
No, that's why we.
I thought you said these were cultists, not straight up dragons.
Cult of the Dragon. Have you been anywhere recently?
So
try
they
not to be.
continue. The very beautiful looking man turns to the ice troll and goes, "And what idiots did you put in charge in this endeavor?" And he just kind of scratches his chin and goes, "I just picked whoever was in the barracks at the time."
Wait, are we interacting with the freezer force? Is that it?
I mean, who was just here?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Okay.
Keep up.
Okay.
Keep up.
Cooler.
So the ice troll just kind of looks down. Now, Krog, I know you buried the paladin. As far as with the cultists, I didn't hear of any burying. I know that one got most of their face and like neck sliced off. So right now there is an ice troll that is just dangling a corpse with half of its face cut off by its head, holding it up like, "Well, someone really did a number on you, huh?"
I'd like to imagine the eyeball just pops out.
Oh no.
Drew,
Dangling by the
I would like to climb a tree. Thank you.
You are more than capable of climbing a tree. Would you like to continue trying to do it stealthily?
Yes, please.
Okay, then it takes you a hot second, but you see the character that you just met, guys, just starts climbing up a tree with the kind of dexterity that you might ascribe to a monkey. Like, they are just going up there. And it's not, like, they're not doing it slowly and umming and ahhing about it. Like, they're just going up.
Oh.
Like an inchworm.
I mean, Croc is just gonna look at everybody else and just gonna gesture vaguely at these two.
That's strange. Hey, Al, I'm not the strangest one here anymore.
I wouldn't put your money on that.
He can
No.
climb. Anyway, what are we doing about the fucking ice troll? For us.
It's an ice troll.
I think
Is that
you're
stronger than
missing-
an elemental?
You're all missing the big point. We have that fucking orb.
Yeah, it's looking for us. So what are we gonna do about it?
Yes,
Also, we're talking a lot dangerously close to it. I like it.
How far
Yes.
away would you say it is, Mr. DM?
You're able to overhear them, right? And I've struggled with this question a lot, but close enough that you're able to actually hear them speaking. So you guys got pretty close.
Probably within like 50, 60 feet. I'm imagining sound carries, it's cold,
Yeah.
everything being frozen over. The sound reverberates a little bit better, so probably more than if it was like a wet, rainy, rainforest kind of day.
Although speaking of, the smaller one, like still looking at the ice troll, just like sighs and goes, "I'm casting locate object. Just." Ugh.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
bad. That's bad.
That's bad.
Yeah.
He just looks at his pack and is like, "Oh no."
I mean,
Cast the spell slot,
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
and then as soon as he finishes the cast, all attack at once. We'll see if we can surprise them.
I will try and like sneak away from the party. So once they're done casting, they look the opposite direction.
Everyone has ranged attacks, right?
I look
I'm
for
sorry,
rocks.
Al. What did you say you were doing?
No. I'm trying to stealthily walk like slightly away from the party. Not stealthing from the party, stealthing from the fucking troll. So that when the locate object is done, I have the thing on me. So when the locate object is done, they look towards me and not towards the rest of the party.
Okay, make me a stealth check. Just you.
Question.
Great.
Observing this, can I tell what kind of school of spellcasting he's using to cast the spell? Is it divine? Is it arcane? Is it...
You can make me an Arcana check with disadvantage because you're at distance, so you're not exactly looking at it up close.
I mean, that's fair. That's a 7.
Okay, you do not know.
Okay.
Blaze, I'm going to take on my Nature's Wrath form.
Okay.
No, wait for the spell.
So several things are happening at once here.
Yes.
Al starts sneaking away. Kruark bulks up into their Nature's Wrath form, and the ice troll goes, we got an idiot out here. As he's immediately spotted you, Al. He's just looking dead at you and motioning and talking to the humanoid that's sitting down.
No, that's cool. So I'm assuming they saw me and not the rest, so I'll just run a ways off.
He did
Like,
say
always-
an idiot, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just run slightly away, like 20 feet more, then get out of the like whatever cover I was trying to take and be like, "You looking for something? I heard some yelling here."
Yeah, the conversation between them continues. You want me to go get him? I'm going to finish the spell.
We can
What are
do
you guys
magic.
doing?
That's kind of cool.
waiting for him to finish the spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just
Sink an
Wait,
arrow into his neck.
Okay. wait, which one?
The one that's casting. Once he's done.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait. do we have fire? It's true.
I don't know. Do you have fire? Okay.
I mean,
do we?
I've got fire. You guys saw me cast a shitload of fire bolts last
Okay,
combat.
cool. I was busy being thrown by a
Yeah, we
thing.
were busy.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but no one probably saw.
I didn't see.
Okay. Right. So the ice troll is looking to the guy that's casting. Kind of slack-jawed. Like, trolls aren't particularly intelligent. This guy seems to be enhanced enough that he can carry a conversation, which is above and beyond what a troll is usually like. But yeah, he's kind of just standing slack-jawed, waiting, like, and motioning towards Al, who stepped out and spoke, but he's not necessarily addressing Al. He's just like, You want me to go get him? And that's where we're frozen. So are you, Krog, you've assumed your Nature's Wrath form. Are you charging in or are you waiting?
At the moment, I'm waiting.
Okay. Kay, are you continuing this dialogue or are you moving in the other direction?
No. Okay, so the plan when I left was we'll wait for him to finish the spell. So I'm just standing there whistling until he finishes the spell. I'm actually very chill about it.
Okay, so the ice troll is like, get over here, idiot. I need to talk to you.
What? You can talk to me from over there. Thank you very much.
What?
I mean, he's got a
And
point.
it starts lumbering towards you.
I'll start walking backwards.
It's like the reverse
Ow.
JoJo meme.
Al, do you want to disappear?
No. Why would I want to do it? Disappear?
Because it's a bad idea.
Sure.
But
maybe
how far did Al get from us?
I believe he said 20 feet back. This thing was, I believe, like we thought about 50 feet away. So Al was about 70 feet away from the ice troll, and the troll has started lumbering towards. Al is maintaining distance.
Okay, as the troll gets close to us, I'm going to step out to meet it.
Well, what the fuck are you?
And then, if permissible, John's gonna cast Enlarge on Kroak.
We're not in combat, so that just happens. Krog, are you willing?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
What?
you double in size, and
Does
the
this-
ice troll.
Does his form look, or sorry, does their form look different when they're like that?
At the moment, only a little. So it sort of looks like their skin has sunk in to their face as much as possible, and you can see what would be the threads of muscle, like moving under their skin.
Ugh.
It's like their muscles have all like bulged out, and you can just like because they're like their arms are completely bare, their face is like open to the elements of thing, so you can like see all the musculature underneath as they just sort of like bulge and swell,
Oh.
and it looks
Horrifying.
worse now that they're even bigger.
Great.
Oh my god!
But it's like very clearly still you, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Just a bit more monstrous.
Oh yeah.
And if possible, I'd like to perform that spell without like giving away my hidden location, but I don't know if that's possible.
It's entirely possible because you're in stealth right now. So just make me a stealth check to see if you can do it. Because like, this is a thing where like you've practiced this over and over again. It's difficult to keep your register low and make sure you form words exactly, but you can give it a try, and that's reasonable. So the ice troll keeps its eyes on Kroak at this point and goes, "Well, ain't you a tall green streak of piss?"
Yeah, and when that happens, I'm just gonna whisper to Wings, and okay, maybe Books isn't the weirdest part of the party.
And Croc is just going to say, "Get out of my home." And I'm just going to cast Flame Blade.
It looks at you, and it's had a previously like fairly relaxed expression. You cast Flame Blade, and it just like hardens, tenses, places its fist into the opposing hand, cracks its knuckles, and goes, "Oh, so that's the way it's gonna be, huh?"
Aye.
From behind it, you hear, "Oh, the idiot has it."
Oh, I'm the idiot. Oh, you're like me.
Fireball!
Well, I was gonna point him out, but he's just pointing himself out. Oh God! Roll initiative.
Okay.
Bullshit.
Well, the idiot has it. Firebolt!
Okay.
It's okay, I'm just waiting patiently.
the night.
I had my token
Oh,
selected.
oh no.
Why did it not roll?
I just said it like that. That's not a Batman. This is not a Batman character, is it?
I don't know. What did it not?
Sleepy.
I don't know.
Sleepy.
I have like
Huh?
several windows open. It might be that.
I just said your character's name like that. The night, and I'm like, oh
The
no,
night.
it's not a Batman character, is it?
I don't think so.
I mean,
You
I
don't
like
think
that you
so?
don't know. That makes me happy. I
you're
like
a
that you
little
don't
bit
know.
Batman-esque at this point.
I mean, you're dressed all in black, you have a mask, and you're creeping around in the shadows.
No,
And all of
his
your
rever-
family is
his reverse.
dead.
Yeah, his reverse Batman. His child is dead.
Yeah,
God.
you've definitely got your hands on a small child from
So your real
somewhere.
name is Tom.
Bat Dad. Alright.
Okay. So Al, you're actually the first one to act. You're tuned for situations like this.
So yeah. Draw me a picture here. Is the troll like blocking my way from Vegeta, short guy, or?
Vegeta. Okay, hold on. I.
Oh wow.
Right, let's do a thing here. Let me.
Yes, let's. This is amazing.
Let's move you all to this map,
Whoa.
which
Oh, we got a battle map.
Fancy. A
you
battle
may
map.
place yourselves on
Okay.
as to where you guys think you were.
Hey, this map's familiar.
So that depends on the rest of the party. So I'll wait for that.
That's about.
Well, I'm gonna be
What
wherever
direction
Al
did
is.
we approach from, Blaze? Oh, I guess south.
I was going to say, whichever direction you like and would like to orient this battle on, and I will move them accordingly.
I think
What's the
that we're-
nearest standing tree?
I'd like to think that we're coming from the north because we've got a tree here and a tree here.
Yeah.
It
So
fits the narrative.
You
That
may
is true.
use
Yeah.
the trees that are on the map as you wish.
Okay.
what the fuck? Hey, moving. So if they're over here, I would have ran. Yeah, this is actually
Okay,
right.
well, I'm trying to position it so, right, like, you guys kind of surrounded, but the guy was supposed to be behind the ice troll. The ice troll had moved, like,
Yeah.
a step towards you guys, so
Yeah,
it would be about this.
I thought Kroak was near John in the night. Because we all kind of came up together, so shouldn't you guys be behind wherever we are?
That's
Yeah,
what
I
I
thought
was thinking.
I was saying that I thought we came from the north because the tree that the knight climbed into shows up here on the map.
Unless you could rotate the map underneath each creature.
Say because we were like 60 or 70 feet away.
I cannot rotate the map as it is. If this was an actual battle map, yeah, sure, I could just put my hand on the table and twist, but no.
So then Kroak would
reverse
be on
compass
the
it,
other
okay.
side?
Yeah, I'm in my mind we'd all be coming from up here, but that's not necessarily.
Yeah, if this is where the tree is in my mind, Kruak's somewhere over here.
So would
but-
we-
Yeah,
yeah.
does that mean that Al's like fucking off the map up here somewhere then?
No, because I imagine he went this way or that way to try and
No,
make
so
him look
I
over
think-
there.
If you're over here and I'm over here, then that fixes it, right?
But we're on the other side. We wouldn't have passed
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, you wouldn't have passed them.
I went around and ran out, right?
I realize I made a terrible mistake by telling
Yeah,
you.
you
can
should
put
have
this
just
Yeah,
on
put
the
us
map.
on. You should have
Yeah.
decided.
Okay, so
Should just
Uh,
let us
dearest
look at the
Lord,
map and
where
not
are we?
interact.
Knight is up a tree here. We're just going to have to imagine a tree is there. John is nearby, and we'll say that's the position. You guys were close. The troll has walked towards you. This is about where we are.
You can draw a tree. There you go.
Oh no! Don't tell Niles he can draw on the map.
Well, no,
Hey,
John
I'm
did it.
I'm an artiste.
And now he's gone.
What
No,
happened to
he's
your
under the
token?
trunk.
Oh god. Okay.
A tree of
Jesus,
flowers
Lord,
that squishes the night.
Right. So Al, it's your turn. If we can get this
Uh,
clusterfuck on the road.
So,
can I make one small request, please?
What's that?
Make my monster grow!
Oh right. Yes. You are.
That's
Wish.
Kaiju battle!
You grew in width first and then matched in height.
Yep.
Damn.
Momentary
First time John's cast this spell in a while.
I mean, other than like 8 hours ago.
Yeah, it didn't work then.
Enlarged thickness.
So I did.
I'll look at wings and go like, you might want to hop off now.
Mm-hmm. I might do.
And then, charge the ice troll.
Okay.
Good luck,
Yep.
Al.
Okay. I need to open some character sheets.
Oh yeah.
And I've got, I've watched a lot of videos on how to DM. I am not supposed to comment on if I think you're making good choices or not.
Nope.
It's a good choice. Do you know who you're playing with, or?
TPKs should always be entered blindly.
And you can't spell TPK without K.
Oh god. You're out of the herd.
All right. So. Yep. Perfect. So what are you gonna do once you get to the ice troll?
Well, the only sensible thing: punch him with my bare fists.
Oh, we're gonna fucking die.
Oh yeah.
Why did you get bare
that-
fists?
That hits, but like you strike the troll because it's a lot bigger than you, and it's like gut, and the blubber just jiggles around, and he just kind of goes.
Cool. Let's try that again. Bonus action. Hit it again.
Tickle.
Because at this point,
There,
Oh.
tickle.
Yeah. Okay. So
Then the next time you swing, you're going for the gut, and you get him straight in the groin.
yeah. So basically, I just went in with a left punch to measure the thickness of his hide, then really punched him.
Yep. Okay, you deal a whole 6 damage. So
And I'll look to the big monstrosity. I don't think I have much time, so help.
can you guys see?
Yeah.
Their health bars.
no.
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 Okay.
Now we can see. Oh,
See
Now
that
we
one's
can.
health bar now.
Yep.
Ah, there we
Yes.
go.
Right. So you should have bars, not numbers. That is the way I'm trying to run this.
Correct.
I'm gonna need bigger fists.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
now realizing I probably should have cast enlarge on the person that hits multiple times.
Maybe.
Multiple.
Yeah, because you know
Gotta multiply multiple.
El's been doing all this crazy stuff. But I'm like,
Steve.
gigantic Nature's Wrath sounds fun. Let's do that.
Hey, you haven't seen what
Hey,
I'm
if
about.
it's fun.
This is true. I mean, in John's mind, you carried the last combat until you got dropped by sudden elemental.
Okay.
Okay.
So
You
Al,
can
is that your
punch
turn?
Twice as big.
Yes.
Perfect. So it's this guy's turn. He is going to move his movement, which you should now see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, who
Okay.
would have thought?
So he moves around behind Al. He does this with like a hand up in a certain symbol. So he's almost making an L with his hand. He's got 2 fingers up. There is a glowing ice blue something on the middle of his forehead. So he is clearly running a spell right now. He moves up behind Al, and Al, in the middle of combat, there is a man behind you that is trying to rifle through your pack.
Excuse me. No.
Like, he's not making any attacks. He's just going for the orb right now.
Sure.
So, I'm gonna just make this an opposed sort of grapple check.
Yes.
So he's not particularly strong, but he is fast. He's trying to get in and out before you can. So this is opposed.
Can I use athletics?
You absolutely can.
Hell yeah. Okay, go on. Roll first.
He has rolled a 20.
A 21. Fuck you.
Okay. So he gets in there and gets his hand on the orb, but you are strong enough to clasp your hand on his wrist and like throw his hand out of your pack. At which point he's like, "Oh, rude."
Mm-hmm.
Rifling through my pack. What the fuck?
You're the rude one.
He turns his eyes, having not previously seen Luna, and locks them onto Luna.
Oh fuck.
Anyway, that's his turn. The ice troll, having previously been looking at Croc, got punched by Al, who is now in flanking position. Sorry, Al, and goes, "All right, my turn." He is going to make 2 claw attacks at you, and then 1 bite. which is a 21 to hit, an 11 to hit, and an 18 to hit.
The 11 misses.
No, my mistake. I forgot about the flanking. That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, no, I'll hit.
Okay,
Can
so you
I-
take...
Can I reaction Shield of Faith?
That's not a reaction, unfortunately. That's a bonus action.
I thought it said reaction somewhere.
No, casting time, 1 bonus action.
Oh, sorry.
Listen. I have 13 AC. Nothing you can do will save me. That's why I don't give a fuck
You have
about
13
flanking.
AC?
Yes, my class
What
doesn't
the
get
hell?
starting armor.
I have better AC than you, and I'm the wizard.
Ah!
Okay, so you take a grand total of 30 slashing damage.
Okay, but before we do that, can you tell me each separate damage because that might matter?
12, 12, then 6.
Sure. So on the 6, I'm gonna use this.
Okay. Use your reaction to spend 2 moxie points and reduce the damage of a melee attack by 1d10 plus your strength modifier plus your pugilist level. So if you could roll the actual cross counter die.
The 10 plus 3 plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you roll a 1 or higher.
I was going to say, you basically couldn't fail.
Yeah, pretty much.
But if
So,
you
yeah.
reduce the damage to zero, he can attack back.
Yeah, that's the idea. That's why I used it on the 6. So
Yeah.
what happens is he punches, bites, punches again. I parry the other punch with one hand, right back in the gut. So let's hope I don't miss because that would be awkward.
It
Mhm.
would.
Never mind.
Oh.
Oof.
Okay, so you see Al is a practiced boxer and he is fighting for his life out there, but this thing is clawing chunks out of him. Like, this ice troll is double Al's height easily. It's massive.
Bravo.
So how much damage did I take minus the 6? Without the 6, 30? No, 24.
It was 30 minus 6 or 24.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'm not dead.
You're not unconscious.
Because I'm curious. Oh,
No, I still have a plan. Don't worry about it. I just need one more turn.
well, you might not get one.
No, they moved. It's our go now.
Oh, sorry, you go first. That's right. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
Okay,
it's actually
okay.
down to
Okay.
John's turn now.
Shit, homie. Firebolt on the troll. Yeah,
Okay.
buddy.
That certainly hits. So roll me some damage.
10 fire, max damage.
10
Nice.
fire. No damage vulnerability on this boy, unfortunately. It is exactly as effective as you think it is, but when you hit him with it, he's like, ah, bitch! So he is clearly not happy about being hit with fire.
Yep, and I'm gonna back up 30 feet to behind this rock.
Yeah, he is looking past Al towards you now.
Yeah, because I'm assuming that that popped my stealth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Sure.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Concentrating on that. There's my action. No bonus for me. That's gonna be my turn, sir.
Okay, Rock.
If I can get him to say double bitch. I'm going to move into a flanking position.
Uh-huh.
And with I'm just holding fire in the shape of a sword,
You are indeed.
and I'm just going to attempt to stab him in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I have advantage on this because of flanking.
For sure.
23.
That hits. And then some.
Yeah.
So
And an
further
extra
11.
D4 damage.
Yep.
Okay.
I think that's a concentration spell. Let me just double check. It is a concentration spell.
Yeah, and we need you to roll the extra d4.
Oh yeah, D4.
This is
Flummy
big.
head.
Oh, cool. 1.
Good God. Yeah, that's all I've got though.
Okie dokie. Luna, it is your turn.
I assume Al, looks like he's staggered quite a bit.
Oh, he looks like he got the shit beat out of him, but
Yeah.
he's used to it.
So when I see that, I'm like, oh shit, and I fly in here to avoid the other dude who's
Mhm.
staring at me ominously. Now, if
He
I
is staring
twin,
dead at you.
Yeah, if I twin spell a thing, it doesn't mean I can heal him twice. It has to be 2 different targets, right?
2 different targets, unfortunately.
Yeah, so I'm going to... where is it? I have so many windows. I'm gonna do this on the L.
Okay, so 17 hit points back to you, Al.
No.
A lot of those wounds seal closed.
Don't get hit hard again. I don't have much more. And
Tell them!
I'm gonna move to here. Because if I get out of range, I'm gonna get hit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my turn.
Okie dokie. Good turn, Luna. The knight, it is finally your turn.
Okay. I've had a lot of time to contemplate. Things have changed since 6 seconds ago.
Yup.
So I see that his attention's been redirected, right?
His
Or is he-
attention's kind of all over the place because he's been battered by Krog. He's seen Luna do a heal, and John hit him with fire, and he said, "Ah, bitch."
Okay.
Can you see double bitch when I buried a burning scimitar in his back?
No, he was still it's within 6 seconds to the initial hit, so this is still within the realms of the initial bitch.
That's fair.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action to drop some caltrops. Just there.
Okay, you scatter some caltrops around the base of the tree, and they immediately disappear visually into the snow.
Ugh.
Nice. Okay. I will just remember they're there.
You will.
I mean, you can visually see it.
And then I'm torn to what to do with my action. I could stay hidden.
Yeah, you could just stay out of it completely. I mean, you could fucking leave if you like. You don't know these people.
I could just scatter caltrops and go. It's the equivalent of like shitting in a supermarket and just leaving, right?
What?
I'm gonna
have
hold
so
my
many-
action for this guy's turn,
Ah.
and then as soon as I see what he's done on his turn, I'm just gonna shoot him with the fucking short bow.
Okay, so you're holding an action to shoot that one in the back.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, you guys teamed up with a person that climbed a tree and has just absented from the battle. Al, it's your turn.
So, this guy is trying to take my orb.
Mhm.
I don't like that. I will punch him
Okay.
very hard.
Oh.
You punch him as hard as you can.
That doesn't sound very good.
And his head snaps back, there's a crack, and like just a dead silence from him. He is going to make a constitution check, though. Because he is currently running a spell that you are trying to interrupt. But he nails it.
Oh.
So, I can still see the symbols on his hand or whatever the fuck they are.
Yeah, he's still making the symbol with his hand. There is still a blue glow in the middle of his forehead.
Cool. Is his hand still in my... Like, has he grabbed the orb and I'm stopping him from taking it? Or what's the situation here?
He did grab it, but then you cast his hand clean out of his pack, so he'd need to reach back in. He's not touching it currently.
Cool. I wanna... So, as a bonus action, this is gonna be kinda long, but as a bonus action, the very last part says I can make a non-armed strike or a grapple. The very last paragraph.
Yep.
So, I will just grab him. His hand, his free hand, I'll just grab it.
Okay. You're going to grapple him then and there?
Yeah.
Athletics 18, okay. He is going to try and contest. He is too fast for you. You reach towards him, and like he had like just taken a punch to the face. His head snapped back. So when you lunge for him, he looks like he's stationary. And by the time you finish your lunge, he has just stepped to the side of you, Ultra Instinct style. He is just out the way, and you barely even saw him move.
So I'll look at him and be, okay, well, if anything, this is gonna be interesting, and I'll just square back up.
Uh-huh.
And that's it. That's all I can do.
Okay, so this guy, and it's his turn next. So this guy who you punched in the face just sighs slightly, reaches into the sleeve of his like giant robe and pulls out this wicked looking black blade with like platinum writing all the way down it in almost elven patterns.
Oh.
He sighs at you and goes, "You know, I generally hate doing this," as he like draws it across his palm, slashing deep into himself. You see like literal black blood pouring out of it. And then he makes 2 short sword attacks against you. For a 15 to hit and a... No, sorry, a 17 to hit and a 10 to hit.
The 10 misses, but he has advantage, just reminding you.
Yes, which is why
Sure.
I
So
changed
the
the second
15
number.
hits.
Okay, you take 7 slashing damage and 10 cold damage.
Cool. So
Fuck.
the fun part is this drops me below half health, so I can now... Where is it? Come on. Use this.
Mm-hmm.
And I get my Moxie points back, which is the important part.
Yep.
And like 6 temporary hit points. That's my reaction.
Okie dokie. Which leads us to the ice troll, who did
Hang
take a
on.
hit from...
Ka-choo.
Ah, right. So, from the trees, there's a prang sound, and
Ka-choo.
that definitely
no,
hits,
I
so
believe it
roll
was
damage.
a ka-choo sound.
I am not letting it be a ka-choo, okay? I can only tolerate so much of your bullshit.
Well, they just started bullshit.
Okay, so an arrow just streaks down and just shoomp into his shoulder, and like he doesn't react at first, but he does kind of side eye the arrow, and like there's now black blood seeping into the previously white robe, and he's just under his breath. Knight, you don't even hear this, but Al, you do. You bitch. So that was your reaction.
That's my reaction, yeah.
We're on to the ice troll.
Wait.
Who...
Ow!
That's how much HP it took out of him? Like, that small
Yeah.
sliver?
Mhm.
Ah. Okay.
That looks like the same damage it was
It-
when he got punched by Al.
It does.
It doesn't look like it's moved.
Okay, let me recalculate then, because I'm pretty sure I did...
Did you do the damage on the guy or the troll?
Did the troll's health move? I don't think I misclicked.
I don't know.
I don't think
It
anybody
doesn't-
was looking at the troll.
Guys, trust in the fucking DM.
Was it...
It looks exactly the same though.
Well, it just
wait.
moved now.
It updated now.
Okay. Yes.
He knows what he's doing.
All
Or
right,
just roll 20 leg.
so the ice troll took a hit, John ran away, but then Croc hit it and is a much bigger target and much closer. He's going to make a snap decision where he makes a bite and attack and a claw attack against Croc for a 15 to hit and a 10 to hit.
Both miss.
And then snaps out a claw for a 15 to hit at Luna while it thinks you're occupied with those attacks.
Ah, a 15 against me?
Yes.
That hits.
You take 11 slashing damage, Luna.
Yes. That's great.
As he attacks Karok half-heartedly to distract and tries to take down the healer. And like this is, he snaps out a claw, Luna, he's trying to grab and basically crush you.
Ah. Do I need to make a check for that?
No, because
Okay.
that's not the way mechanically this works, but that's how he
Okay.
dealt the damage. He grabbed
Then-
part of you and squeezed.
I am fluttering through his fingers then.
Mm-hmm. You're caught by a claw as you flutter through, and that's what deals the damage, but he wanted to crush you dead. John, it is your turn.
Okay. That's here. We are going to target the spellcaster
Mhm.
with Chill Touch, 17 to hit, because the troll is getting flame damage, so I'm not worried about that so much.
Okay.
Does a 17 hit?
It does indeed.
All right, for 6 necrotic damage, and he can no longer heal until the end of my next turn.
Okay. The spellcaster
start.
can no longer heal.
Until the start of my next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case he has any kind of healing stuffs.
Interesting.
If it's an undead, a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Black blood. That must be undead, right?
Possibly.
Not necessarily.
Or he just hasn't had a bath in a long time.
That's gross.
Okay. Is that your turn then, John?
Sure is.
Right. Round to Croc.
Okay. I'm just going to attack the troll with my flaming sword again.
Righto.
15.
15 is his armor class.
Dope. Oh, for God's sake.
So
D4.
6 fire damage, which is not terribly much. He is an additional 4. He's fast for a troll. Like this, you've seen monsters fight before. This guy's just a little bit sharper than a troll should be. So, like the swipe at Luna and the way he's dealing with you, like he's practiced in fighting.
Sure. I will bonus action healing word Luna.
Okie dokie.
7 points of healing.
Thank you.
Is there a particular word you say?
Yes. It would probably be, oh God. Is it Luna that speaks Sylvan?
Yep.
In that case, in Sylvan, you'll just hear Karak say, reparation.
Thanks.
And you will heal.
And Luna, you feel an awful lot better. Alrighty, so that was Clark's turn. Assuming you have no object interactions you want to do.
No, don't think so.
Right, Luna, it's your turn.
And then I fly back over this way and heal Al again.
I like this game.
What did I say to do? Watch out! And I smack him over the head to heal him.
Ow.
With
The
my
good
little
heals.
fairy smack.
10 heals.
It feels more like a fly just landed on your head.
Lower level spell cast, higher healing, channeling anger, not any divine power.
The divine power is Luna's anger.
Angry healing.
If I bonus actioned that, could I main action disengage, or can you not cast at all when you disengage?
You can
disengage.
No. If you quicken spell that, you can
Yeah.
absolutely do a disengage as a main action.
Okay, can I do that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the only spell limitation you get is casting another spell, really.
Yeah. I'm gonna back up to here.
And the way disengage works, it's not like the ice troll just ignores you as you leave. It does take a swipe at you. It's just you focus enough that you're well out of its way.
Yeah, swooping and swiping.
Mm-hmm.
That's my turn.
Okie dokie. The knight. It is your turn.
Okay, I will jump down from the tree and do a cool roll.
Make for me a acrobatics check.
Nice. That's a pretty cool roll.
It's a pretty cool roll. You do great.
Then I'm gonna use my bonus action to dagger at this man.
Okay.
Bam. And we'll
15 is his armor class. So if it meets, it beats.
we'll put sneak attack on that one. Good job. I'm so glad.
Mm.
And then I will.
So you deal 9 damage.
I will also sword him as well as. No, fuck.
Uh-huh.
It's my cool sword, guys.
So you stab into this guy. As you bring your sword out, he turns slightly and with 2 fingers catches the blade.
Shit.
Like, and you can see he's got these very like black nail claws at the end of his hands that he is pinching the tip of your blade in and side-eyeing you. Not saying a goddamn word, but you've still got your dagger in him, but he's just giving you the look.
Okay. Sure. I'll risk the A up and I'll back up.
Oh, he absolutely takes it.
Feel like
Let's
it's
see.
gonna be a little
Is
bit
he an
more than
undead?
5 damage.
Is it with disadvantage?
It is not with disadvantage.
Ah, shit.
Chill Touch only gives him disadvantage on attack rolls against you as the caster.
Oh, does it? I thought it was period.
No. You read
Interesting.
your spell.
Read your spell, mage.
On the target, this attack rolls.
Against
Disadvantage on attack rolls against you until the end of your next turn.
I can independently read, guys. Just not
I mean,
beforehand.
clearly not, so
Just
Blaze
not
is just
beforehand.
helping out.
Anyway, he takes his attack against you, which
I cast
is
literacy.
Sorry, you cast what?
No, you weren't within. Okay, so it's just a regular short sword attack. That is a 16 to hit.
Yep, by 1 by 2.
Okay, you take 4 piercing and 9 cold damage.
Oof.
Hey, a sneak attack, but better than you.
Wow.
Come on. 4 piercing, 9 cold, so 13 total. So 4.
Mm-hmm.
No. Yeah. Okay. Ow.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Perfect. That leads us on to Al's turn.
And I will punch Magic Man in the face.
Well, being that he is Magic Man, that's a
No,
point.
I'm not gonna punch him in the face.
Okay, so after the stab from Knight, the blue glow in his forehead has vanished.
Cool. I'll try and punch him again as a bonus action for
No, that's
4
better.
whole damage.
Okay, so yeah, the first punch went a bit badly. The second punch at least lands and like makes impact, but this guy is like a solid wall. You've punched a lot bulkier people than him and had them bend under your fists. You have no idea why this guy is so fucking tough.
Hit break. Hit break. Just not right now.
Okay. Is that your full turn?
Yes.
Okay. So he specifically, being that you just punched him, is going to, using the advantage he has, because you're still flanked by the ice troll, he's going to use... Good fucking lord.
It's a good ability.
Yep,
Ow.
he's going to use fanatical advantage. He nat 20s this
Ah!
for
Why?
25 to hit, which does 12 plus 16 piercing damage,
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
and then 8 plus 5 cold damage.
So
So,
just for the sake of survival here,
Yeah.
yep, sure.
10 plus 6.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever he just add up the damage minus 14 and tell me how much damage I take.
Okay, so it is 12 plus 16.
Oh god.
Plus
It's over 40.
I can survive maybe.
14.
Ah!
So
Oh,
that
God.
adds up to 27 damage. That is the
So-
math on that, even with the cross counter.
I lose the 6 temp I had. Then I'm down.
The-
Yep.
You think?
I'm at exactly 0 hit points.
Well, that's
it's
good. Because I was looking at that damage going, does this kill Al?
Nah, this hardly takes me down.
It
It does.
hardly takes me down.
I needed 1 more hit point. 1 more.
Well,
Okay.
The guy doesn't listen.
Nope, no, he
Yeah, I'm
doesn't.
getting that impression.
Okay, so that's his first attack. But he's real pissed off at this one. So he's moving. Knight, did you climb that tree at all again?
yes, I totally climbed. No,
Okay, then he just moves to you.
Wasn't there things he dropped in the snow here?
Not there.
No,
Not
the
there.
box.
The
I
other
put them
side.
to protect the spellcaster.
Thank you.
Not me.
So his second attack of the turn is a fantastical other end of the spectrum nat 1, and he advances on the knight, swings, and like he was so fixated on the knight, he completely ignored the tree, which he just thunk his sword into. And like he doesn't look at his sword and start trying to pull it out comically, he just sighs at his own stupidity and goes, "Oh, that is just today."
Right. I totally catch the blade between my fingers this time.
No, you don't, my friend. Not unless you want your fingers chopped off. As cool as you are, you're not that cool at level 3. Right.
Maybe when I get uncanny dodge, who knows?
Anyway, so obviously the ice troll picks up Al and starts beating Krak with it because that is the theme of this game.
Fuck this guy.
No, he just goes ham on Krak.
Piece of motherfucker with another
He
motherfucker.
did that to me last session. You were in
He
bed.
did. Right, so that's 2 claw attacks and 1 bite for a 21, a 15, and a 15.
The first one hits, the other 2 miss.
Okay, so you take 10 slashing damage from this guy.
Rude.
Oh, I'm a fool. Okay, I've misplayed this encounter a little bit, but that's fine. That's...
What, was the dragon supposed to come back?
No. The guy shouldn't have moved over after night. He should have looted Al's backpack, but I wasn't.
I was kind of worried he would do that, but thank God he forgot.
Yes. He was
He's
so
distracted.
angry with what the knight did to him, I'm going to let that mistake ride. That is our ice troll's turn. He's taken a chunk out of Croc. John's turn.
Okay. Watching the dude drop Al is gonna piss John off a little bit, so he'll actually cast a spell. Magic Missile
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
at the spellcaster for the 12 damage, unless you want me to roll each one individually.
No, there's no need. He casts shield.
No.
So
Well,
he
Back.
puts up a palm, and there's like a brown, and you sit like he, like the shield was up before you'd actually released the missiles, so he must have been hearing you cast the spell and knows the spell well enough that just boom, there's just now a barrier around him. He spent his reaction. Your missiles impact the barrier, and kind of like the force cascades along the barrier, but it's remaining for the moment.
John's gonna call out, "What's your name?"
What?
Interesting.
Fuck you!
Does he sound like that?
It is stunned by that.
Yeah.
Has no idea what to respond.
Its name.
That's the turn.
No. Okay. Croc.
Okay. I'm going to bonus action healing word ow.
Oh
Makes
man,
sense.
just let me rest for a minute. I've been reading.
Get your ass up.
He uses beauty sleep.
That's healing sentence. That's a totally different spell.
Oh no, that was out of character. In character, what you get is rise.
Alright, Al is now undead.
Pass up one word.
Nice.
And I'm going to attempt to bury my flame blade in the straw.
Mm-hmm. He is
No!
real fixed on you now.
Now that Al is conscious,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
do I get my flanking?
I'm gonna rule. I feel like the way this is should work is not until Al is on his feet.
Yeah, that absolutely 100% checks out. I just thought I would ask. Just
suspension
thinking.
of disbelief in a fight. You're flanking someone if like the two of you are actively fighting the target.
Yeah.
Al is only just conscious again.
He
Yeah.
could like grab his feet.
Yeah, but he's not. He's only just conscious. A 23 still hits, and then some.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
What's a D4?
Yeah.
Potentially almost double your 3d6 damage.
I mean, melee.
Okay. He is looking scalded in places and definitely hasn't been healing as much as a troll would like to in combat with you fire-wielding people.
Yes. John likes it when people can't heal, if you couldn't tell from his cantrips of choice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, that's all I got.
I'm gonna fucking eat you. And Luna's turn.
Hi, go back over to Al. And
Okay,
I'm
I
gonna,
don't like this game anymore.
I'm gonna land on his chin and like breathe some frosty stuff onto him so it heals him more. With my hands on my hips. And it heals him. And be like,
I
we
wasn't
really need to
sleeping.
talk. We really need to talk about your survival skills. And then I'm gonna fly up into the air and move back to here.
That does provoke an opportunity attack.
Oh wait, yeah, shit, I did get in range. I'll
Mhm.
stay here then.
We need to
Okay.
talk about your survival skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I just end there.
Okay, you just stay there. Fair enough. You're
I'm
just
just on
standing
his
on
face,
Al's chin. Yeah.
glaring at him,
Giving him a lecture.
giving him
Alright.
electric.
The knight.
Okay. You can just call me Knight. By the way, God.
That's so
are you playing
confusing
with yours?
though. Yeah.
We know a person
We
called
have
Knight.
a
It's
knight.
real. Yeah.
Oh.
You put the in your name, it's the night. Well,
Yes.
This is your choice.
Hey, I put the in my name. I'll fucking take it out.
I need you to drop your register and say, I am the knight for me.
I am the no.
I am dead. No.
I couldn't even drop the voice. No.
Aw.
No, alright, failure.
Sleepy
I
just
am
has
the
a
Knight. There you
knack.
go.
Oh, he tried.
I
Sleepy
tried.
just has a knack for picking other people's names.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Not
He's
even
gonna be
one.
K
step,
next
no.
game.
Die. Ah.
Aw.
I disengage.
So far, that weapon has done nothing for you. Again, he catches it between fingers, and you're just like, oh, for fun, and you just back off.
Yeah, because worms don't use razors. Like,
That's such a cool name, but so far.
Aw.
I just want to play my fucking ninja. Come on.
Uh-huh.
That's my turn, Drew.
That's your turn. All right. Al, it's your turn. You're conscious. You're on your back. Luna is on your chin.
I will try and jump to my feet.
Yeah, go for it.
I stand up. So, this guy's gonna come for me now. How about we go over? Hold on. Actually, I should attack first, shouldn't I? I will punch the troll twice
Mm-hmm.
and miss 2 times.
Yep, you have failed to...
Oh wait, no, I have advantage, so this is one of them.
Oh, okay, so you can make a second attack roll with advantage.
Never mind. I don't. Have advantage.
Wow.
Why is your luck so cursed? You adopt a boxer stance. You like throw a left and a right. They go straight into the troll's like fatty back, and you've made no impact. Like it hasn't even fucking noticed you back there.
This isn't fair. They're both too big. I believe I'm still in melee with him, so he can't opportunity attack me.
Yeah, if you go there, he cannot opportunity attack you. I assume Luna, you're going with because you're still on his chin.
Yes, is the correct answer.
Sure. Well, I was.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have
Any
a
moves to fight?
very weird question.
Mm-hmm.
How big are Tusk's boots right now?
Big?
So,
Double the
can-
size of a normal shoe?
Theoretically speaking, can a very specific orb fit in them?
I mean, probably.
Probably.
So, can I just take said orb and shove it down his boots? Their boots?
If they're willing as an object interaction, yes.
No, Al, let me take it.
It's too big.
I can shrink it.
Last time you used magic on it, we almost died.
But it'll be fine this time.
I
Well,
threw it to Luna.
It's not my turn, so I don't know. I can't.
Yeah,
do
but well,
anything.
it's with you now.
Okay.
Wait. If she can't shrink it because it's not her turn, does she just start plummeting with it?
It's all happening in 6 seconds.
It's all happening in 6 seconds. There's not enough time for her to
Okay.
plummet.
Fair.
She'll plummet when it gets to her turn if she doesn't shrink it.
Cool. Yeah, so that's it. I give her the orb and that's it.
Okay.
'Cause that's why I was like, I was gonna stick to Al because I was gonna go through his pack on my turn, but
You're welcome.
All right, so this thing advances 10 feet and ow. What are the rules for caltrops? I believe it slows your movement speed?
Yes, so he needs to make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw, and take 1 point of piercing damage if he fails and his speed is reduced by 10 feet.
I'm sorry, a DC what dexterity saving throw?
15, 1-5.
Which he fails.
Yay.
So when I'm trying to grab him, he's fast as fuck. But no.
But not
When he
when he's stepping
pierces
on
his
caltrops. So how much damage was that?
1, but he has to stop moving as well. And his speed is reduced by 10 until he gets that 1 hit point healed.
Okay. So he has a caltrop in his foot. He exhales a sigh and is like, fine then. Fine. He draws in like a graceful, like he's about to sing an opera breath, points at you, Knight, and you... Does 24 hit you?
No.
That's a 24
Yeah.
hit you.
It's difficult to describe this because it's not like a cone like Dragon's Breath. A direct line of white energy just spews from his mouth, hits you, Knight. You take 30 cold damage.
What?
30. Oh.
3-0?
Knight 3-0.
And the O doesn't count, right? So it's just 3.
So
That
you
doesn't
don't
quite outright kill me.
you don't even drop. You're just flash frozen, standing in place, not conscious.
Out of curiosity, are you a rogue who can uncanny dodge that?
Not at level 3.
It was an
yeah.
attack roll, so if you get uncanny dodge, you can use that. But yes, I think they are too low to be able to do that.
Yeah,
It was a very canny dodge.
13.
Yikes.
Mm-hmm.
John's hiding behind the rock.
Okay.
Another bit of cover to hide behind.
Hey, Knight.
That's yeah. And then
See,
John
Knight.
just hears the of you freezing in place and goes, "What the fuck was that?"
We need to talk about your survival instead.
Okay, so it's the big bastard's turn.
Yeah.
He's just going balls to the wall. He's not focusing on Al or Luna anymore. He's just going as ham as he can on Kruak, who is wielding the fire. So
Almost like he doesn't like me. Oh, hang on. Actually, I need to quickly give you a... Okay, yeah. I maintained concentration from the last time he hit me.
okay, so that is a 15 to hit you, a 9, and then a nat 20.
Okay, the first two miss. I think you're aware that the last one hits, and please stop critically hitting me.
Yeah.
No, I will not.
This is his second crit today.
Also, was the 30 damage you said that was an attack roll? Was that a crit?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Well, that's good. Well, that's good. In
great.
the worst way, that's good.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, Sleepy would have been here for an hour and
Yeah.
then had to reroll characters.
Yeah, so 16 slashing damage to you with that crit claw, where he really manages to dig into you and tear a chunk of green flesh away, which, true to his word, he eats.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
John, it is your turn.
Right. Remembering the magic missile debacle last time, he's gonna look at this guy and he's just gonna poke his head around the rock as much as is necessary to cast the spell before he flumbles back into full cover. And he's gonna say a word under his breath and cast Chill Touch again. And obviously very flustered by seeing the knight there frozen in place, is gonna bumblefuck the spell. And then get back.
Chill touch is a little bit insensitive, man. Come on.
Mhm.
And then he's gonna start rifling through his pockets and be like, potion, 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 potion. And he's gonna duck back behind the rock and like prone crawl, like using the rock to obscure his movement. Like he's gonna crawl 15 feet off the map,
no.
floating away.
Aw.
Okay, you crawl 15 feet off the map.
Just because oh lord, he coming.
Okay.
It's okay, you can't get to you and attack you at the same turn.
So I mean, yeah, I wanted to move backwards. I don't want to stay prone, but I'd like to try to keep using the rock, like if I'm crouched down or something.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a sec, guys. Sorry about this.
Well, bugger, it was about to be your turn.
Oh, if only I was faster.
Decisions were made.
Okay. no,
Decisions
it's
were absolutely made. We even used a little bit of tactics for this.
Mm-hmm. All right, Krosh, it is your turn.
Went wonderfully.
fine. Okay. So I'm gonna move. Since Al is not trying to touch my feet.
Mm-hmm.
Move back around here, so I'm back into flanking position.
Yep, you definitely are now.
Yeah, I am going to attempt to regain some hit points. Okay.
Regain a whole 3 hit point.
Plus my wisdom modifier, so 7.
Ah.
And then I'm going to stab it with my sword again.
Well, flame sword.
Yeah.
Being that you moved into flanking, which is definitely the right move, that definitely hits.
Yeah, it's not been my day for rolls.
Nope.
Oh, that's better.
Nice.
There you go.
Work.
So
lit.
that's the moment where, like, he's busy eating a chunk of your flesh. You stab the sword into him, and he spits out the chunk of flesh. He goes, "Ah, double bitch!"
Well, and while the sword is in him, I'm just gonna say, I hope I give you the shits, you fucking wimp.
Wow.
And I will be right back.
Okay.
Okay, excellent. That brings us on to Luna's turn.
Shrink the orb, shrink the orb, shrink the orb.
You shrink the orb.
Okay, and holding it in the leathers, assumedly, so it doesn't freeze me.
Do you shrink the leathers as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says I can
Drink up
have
to
multiple.
3
It doesn't say how many, but it does say multiple at the bottom.
I wonder if
wait,
you could
so-
argue that the leather wrapping was a container for
Yeah.
the orb.
Yeah, I was going to say, if it says multiple and then doesn't define an amount, then as many as you can carry on you.
Has anybody died while I was away?
Yes,
Not
I
yet.
died 5 times. This is my 6th character.
Excellent.
Okay, and
That's
then
a
I'm
pain
going
moment right
to disengage and go 10, 15, 20, 25 here and like hold up the orb, even though it's probably very
Wait.
small now.
It is
Oh,
tiny.
You're moving
And
towards him?
and Well, I'm kind of facing the middle distance. I'm holding it up like facing this way, so like both of them can see, and then yell, "Hey, idiots! I got the thingy you want!" And then back up. I think that's as far as I
Okay.
can go. 5, 10,
Uh,
15, 20, 25, 30. I can go here.
The troll looks towards the other guy and goes, "You got that?" And the other guy just nods.
Damn it. So that's my turn. I zip off.
Perfect. The knight, death save.
Can I bonus action Thor, please?
The
Oh, that's a
classic.
hit. Hang on, wrong one. Okay.
Right, so that is one success.
Yes.
And I believe that's all you can do. So Al, it's your turn.
This
Don't
guy.
you do it.
Never mind. I can see his health bar. I will punch.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That
Okay.
definitely hits. That also definitely hits. So
All
14
of-
damage total.
14 damage. Oh, that was a lot. Fuck.
So crunch, crack. You hit exactly the same place as you did before, but this time, like, in your half-dead, adrenaline-fueled fervor, you just, like, punch in and you feel your fist meeting bone.
Eat this, you bitch.
Give me a minute and I will.
Oh wait, no, I wasn't serious. Okay, that's it. That's my turn.
Okay. What is this? Who
What's
drew that on the map?
She did.
No, I didn't. It's not even my color.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I don't know what anyone is talking about.
Okay, of course it's mine. Of course it's
Well,
So-
I mean, there's only one person here with that color.
Weirdly enough, this guy's gonna move
Wait.
to you, Luna.
How can he move? I thought he was stuck.
No,
Stop the
his
Caltrop.
movement speed was reduced by 10 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had to stop when he walked in, but
Oh,
His movement
okay.
speed is reduced by 10 feet, but he can
No, we
still
have
to
get
make-
to there.
Okay.
So he gets to there and
Miss.
Dead.
no, he's okay, he's such a weirdo. He moves up to you, holds out his hand, and just motions for you to place the orb in his hand.
I
Wait,
mean,
really?
I'm in the process of running away.
Oh, okay, so you'd have your back to him. In that
Yeah.
case, he's going to try and grapple you. So
Sweet.
we're going to go with that. I need to double check. I think when you're trying to grapple, you can only use strength, but you can contend with dex.
yeah.
Yes.
He's not particularly strong, so he rolls an 8 to try and grapple you, Luna. You need to beat an 8. You can use strength or dexterity, I believe, and you can use athletics or acrobatics to contend if you would like.
I have disadvantage on athletics. I'd rather use acrobatics, but that is.
Yep, that would be the smart play. No, the rules state you as the player are allowed to choose which.
But would I even see it coming? I guess, like, if I'm glancing behind.
Yeah, I mean, this is a person moving up behind you and trying to grab you. You'd see the shadow coming over you, if nothing else. So you're too nimble, and you flit out the way.
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick.
But he has multi-attack, so he gets 2 of those in a go. So he's going to try one more time. This time you have to beat a 6.
Oh!
You just do. So he's grabbing for you like he's trying to catch a butterfly, annoyed. He's not necessarily attacking you. He's just trying to contain.
Oh, you know what they say? Fly like a butterfly, run away like a
Bitch.
Butterfly.
Butterfly.
Okay. Anyway, that's his turn. So it's the ice troll now, who He's making a quick mental calculation. He is flanked and doesn't want to be, and he knows Al goes down real easy. So,
I don't like that thought. He should be stupid. What the fuck?
so he nat 20s Al for an 8 plus
Oh
7
my
slashing.
God.
Excuse me, I'm not Dan.
Right.
Is that enough to
rolls.
immediately
Right.
take you down?
I didn't hear the damage. How much?
8 plus 7, so 15.
Fuck, I had 13 hit points.
Okay,
Ah.
so Croc, he turns from you, just palm first, hammers Al to the floor in like a big top of the head smack. Al goes down, and he turns on you for the additional bite and claw for an 18 to hit and a 16 to hit.
Yeah, both of those hit.
Okay, so that is 10 piercing and 15 slashing damage, so 25 total.
What the fuck?
Dope. I'm down.
Uh-oh. Wait a second.
Uh-oh.
Wait, is it just John and Luna now?
Yeah.
I said I was gonna
Correct.
eat you.
It's alright, we might not 20 on death saves.
Okay, John, your turn.
Okay, this has not gone well. I peek up from behind the rock, notice that everything is fucked, and 70, so I'd be 90 feet away from the troll. I look over at Luna dealing with that. The troll looks rough.
The troll looks very rough. I will add an extra bit of flavor in where the human that's trying to snatch Luna goes, "You're not eating them until we've questioned them."
Okay, that feels better. So,
There wasn't an it until to that. That wasn't so great.
oh boy. John is absolutely fucking shaking.
The man is panicking.
Yeah,
Pissing
yeah,
himself.
no, we're full blown panic attack. He like halfway through his incantation for Firebolt, which he's cast 1 billion times, he fucks up with his hand signals, and the spell just fizzles out before it even leaves his fingers. He's like, fuck.
Cast bolt fire.
He starts hyperventilating, and he's gonna run back forward to the rock. That way he can be
Dwayne
close.
Johnson.
So he crawled away and sprinted back to the rock. John is on a full
he's
panic.
comfort rock.
Aw.
He's gonna start digging through his backpack looking for anything that he can use and to
Mhm.
help anybody. And that's the turn.
Okay,
No.
Croc.
Wait, is it an action to light a torch?
Object interaction?
Well, it's an object interaction.
Yeah, you can light a torch, absolutely.
Okay, so I'll light a torch and then prepare
God.
to toss it at the ice block of the night
Uh-huh.
to hopefully maybe thaw him out a
Oh
little
my
bit.
god.
They can't get any information out of me if I've been fucking immolated.
It's gonna be like at your feet, so it's gonna start melting the ice. It's not gonna be like thrown at your forehead or anything. Hopefully, it's not gonna do any damage.
And to be
It's not-
fair, I didn't crit on this one, so Croc, could we have a death save?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Natural 20, you're alive.
Yep,
Oh,
natural
what?
20.
No!
That is a natural 20, you're
That is a
alive.
natural
Oh,
20.
you have advantage, right? Oh, dude!
That's
Fucking
okay.
clutch.
Kay's emotions, you're fucking with him.
These are all of the emotions.
Now,
How do you have
I
fucking...
believe death saves begin at the start of your turn, so
They
you
do
are
indeed.
flame sword down, but back up
Mhm.
unconscious.
Yeah. Yeah, and John never stopped concentrating, so I'm still back.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to reactivate my Nature's Wrath.
Mm-hmm.
This is getting tiresome. Stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good call.
Um,
And as the looming figure of you kind of casts a shadow over the ice troll who had turned to look towards like the humanoid and John, like he sees the shadow, turns, sighs, and goes, "Ah, triple bitch."
yeah, baby. And I think. Oh, yeah, no, none of this is. I take it the ice troll isn't being like magnificently helpful and wearing like a nice like steel cod piece or anything.
No, no, unfortunately not.
I mean, I figured as much. So I'm just gonna punch him in the face.
That absolutely hits.
Woo!
So you, having been unconscious, get up and knock this ice troll the fuck out. You stand up and just crack across the side of his face, and he slumps to the ground.
All on top
For
of
the
me.
moment, unconscious. However, he hasn't taken fire damage from that last round, I
Yeah,
believe. Because John missed, and you'd been just about knocked out and have lost your flame blade.
unfortunately, and yeah, casting was a bonus action shifting. Yeah, it was.
Mhm.
Oh no, yeah. Well, I made the decision that I made, so yeah.
But you have knocked him the fuck out for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. That brings us back round to Luna.
I am gonna football this orb under my arm and disengage
Mm-hmm.
and like zip kind of past this guy back this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Yep, that makes
30.
sense.
And
Mhm.
and try to I don't really have a backpack. So I guess I'm just gonna land on Al, set the orb on his face, and then start trying to medicine. Can I medicine check on a turn I already just? I don't know what a check is. Is that an action?
I believe medicine is an action.
Okay, then I'm still holding the orb and I'm waiting.
Okie dokie.
And I'm like, Al, wake up, Al. That's my turn.
Okie dokie. The knight. Death save. That's fail. So 1 success, 1 failure for you.
Yep.
Fucking.
Perfecto. That brings us round to Al. I'm assuming you're going to nat 1. No, you made a successful death save. That's
What do you mean
First
you're
for you.
assuming I'm not well?
it's you.
Yeah, fair.
Dying is your specialty.
Funny K character moment.
Okay, and you don't get back up, so this guy moves here. Luna, he moves to this position, sword out, basically places it on Al, and towards you says, "The orb, now."
Wait, places it how?
As in, he places the blade on Al's neck. He could swipe down
Like
at any
he's
moment.
gonna, like he's threatening.
Yeah, threatening to kill him if you don't give over the orb.
Fuck. Okay, well then go get it then, and I'm gonna chuck it in this direction.
Okay. To Croc.
Yeah, I guess like in the troll and Croc's direction, because there's a lot of stuff going on, so I'm hoping it'll get lost somewhere in the snow and footprints.
Okay, oh, God damn it.
Now, it would, as it's like leaving my touch, it would get big again.
Yes. I'm just trying to figure out if he would execute Al for this insult. Or
He can hit me and I wouldn't die, but then he can hit me again and I would die.
He has multi-attack and you are down, so it would be a straight-up execution.
Yeah.
You might miss.
Yeah, on my
On a prime
entire,
target he has advantage on, I severely doubt it.
almost
Yeah,
my
you might.
13 AC will save me, man.
I'm sorry, Kay.
So he dashes and immediately goes after the orb.
Do I need to roll something for how far I threw it? Because I'm pretty pathetic.
No. With how far you can go and how far this guy can move, he is gonna... He's gonna intercept it. He's pretty... Like, I know his feet are wounded. He's taken damage from the caltrops. So he, as a bonus action, like, his cape just sort of, like, woofs out. and he gains a pair of what look like white draconic wings.
Oh.
He's going to make a dash for the orb and like grab it mid-air. And then the rest of his movement, because that was like 10 or 15, he starts going up.
Fuck.
That said, that brings us to the Ice Troll's turn, who he did fall. He heals 10 hit points as he starts regenerating on his turn, comes back to consciousness with a kind of like, ugh, looks up and goes, hey, hey, as his companion is leaving and he is left with you guys. I only got any fucking wings. What the fuck am I supposed to do? It's just left down there on the ground. Takes quick stock of the situation and starts just booking it away as well. He doesn't particularly want to die. You guys have got him pretty wounded. He knows at least one or two of you have fire abilities, so he's thinking run away, regenerate for another day. So he's going to go this direction. That is an opportunity attack if you want to take it, Krog.
They might be AFK.
Damn it.
No, sorry. Yeah, I am taking my opportunity attack, but I just want to say it is half his movement to get up.
Yes,
He was
but
not
he
conscious.
didn't take any attacks, so half his movement to get up, so 15, his action to dash, so he can make it 45. I'm going to wait for the extra 15 until you've made the attack.
Right, yeah.
Come up.
Come on, just do it again, Croc.
That definitely hits.
Oh, that's just enough, right?
Exactly it. So as he tries to leave your range, you donkey punch him in the back of the head and just down.
Canal.
All right. That leads us to John's turn.
All right. I saw the knight throw something on the ground in this general area, so I'm
Right.
gonna avoid it. I'm gonna go 30 feet over to here because that's as close as I can get. So you said he went vertical, right?
Yeah, he is prone now.
No, not the troll. The spellcaster.
Oh, yes.
So
Yeah, the
he's
troll
not
went
even within.
horizontal.
Yes.
He's not even within 30 feet of me normally. So that's out. So I'm going to take a firebolt attack at the troll. See if I can put him down. 15?
He is prone, so that is disadvantage, my friend.
Come on.
15?
Yep, 15 hits.
Alright, and it does any damage, so...
So the troll on the ground, unconscious, your spell just streaks past Krok, and the troll's flesh, like it's an icy environment, is just weirdly flammable. So just he is up and burning now.
You couldn't have burned like that earlier? And then he's gonna call out to the... Never mind, he's not gonna say anything. Never mind.
Checks out.
Krok.
Okay, look. So, I don't need to worry about the troll anymore.
Nope.
That's a nice little... Let me just read this spell. Yeah, no, that's not going to help me. As yeah, the cultist's wearing a platinum headdress, right?
I believe I described the other figure that turned into the massive
was-
dragon as wearing the platinum headdress.
Sorry. Well, can you remind me what this guy's wearing?
Robes.
He is carrying the orb of unknown material.
He is carrying the orb that reacts very badly to when it was warmed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Me?
And how far up is he?
15
feet.
Yeah,
I'm
fuck
pretty
this
sure
guy.
if you walk in like close, you're within melee range of him if you care.
Oh, shit, yeah, good point.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause if
big.
you're...
You can
Yeah.
grab him out of the air and smack him in the ground.
Purely
Okay.
weapon.
Yeah. I'm going to attempt to grab this guy.
Okay, make me a strength athletics check, I believe.
With
I think
advantage,
so.
because you're big.
Yep.
Hmm. He is going to defend with dexterity.
Ugh.
Ooh.
He does not. You grab a leg.
Yes!
Sweet. All right. And like, I still have movement, so can I just like pull him down with my movement?
I think if you move him.
I
So
thought it was-
Just
yeah,
fall prone.
I mean you can't necessarily move down, but yeah, I guess you could pull. So
I can,
sure,
yeah, can I pull my arms down?
yeah.
Fall.
I mean,
All right. Fall
there's no
prone and just
rule
land
for
on him.
that, but yes, like there's no reason you couldn't do that.
All right. So I'm going to pull him down. I'm going to hope that Luna has Al. And I'm going to bonus action healing word the knight.
No, just let me die.
Oh,
Wow.
I mean, it wasn't a good healing word.
okay. So the night, you don't know what happened, but you're very cold and conscious, still standing, and you're feeling a bit crunchy.
There's a torch at your feet that's burning slowly.
Ow.
And the battlefield has changed considerably since the last time you were conscious.
Yep.
Great.
All right. So is that your turn, Grok?
Yes.
Luna, do you indeed have Al?
Don't
I
think so.
am out of spell slots, so can I do a medicine check to try to stabilize him?
You absolutely can. I believe you have to beat a DC 10, so
Think
I
so.
think Al is now stable.
Okay. And that was my action. Do I have any reason to believe that Al has any like potions or anything in his pack? Like,
No.
am I? No.
No. The
Okay.
fuck are potions? Fuck off.
Only potion I know is whiskey.
And it looks like Croc like has a hold of the guy.
It
Oh, the
certainly looks like
moment.
it.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Okay, I'm gonna. That's my turn.
Okie dokie. So the knight, it is your turn.
Okay. Shaggy man, which way? I ask John.
Which way?
Shaggy.
I mean, you can see him right there next to Croc.
Okay, I will.
Oh, you were just frozen. Yeah. Point.
I'm gonna bonus action dash.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, can I? Where was I? I was like there. I can just about. Can I stand on Al? Is there? I mean, he's not conscious to complain. Like,
Excuse me.
I mean, yeah, he can't say no. I would advise against it, but yeah, you can do that.
What are you
I
doing?
wanna-
Rattle him, couldn't you?
I was going to say, you
Kill
could
this
stand over him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
but that's not what he said. He said, "Can I stand on Al?"
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
certainly
put my
complain.
boot in his head, right? Yeah, 15.
That is his armor class, so that hits.
Yay! Thank
Ooh.
you. Oh my god.
Finally.
Finally.
Max damage.
Okay, so you stab into him for an awful lot of damage all at once. So, Croc, you have this moment, like you've grabbed this guy's leg, and
Yep.
then you see something bladed poke out of like the side of him that's facing you,
Yeah.
and like his previously white robe starts turning a lot more black, and this guy is now going, "Ugh."
You know what? I will take full credit for that attack.
Yeah, I couldn't have done it without Kay's face to step on.
Okay.
Just give you that extra 4 inches just to.
You have to really poke it straight through him.
Right. Any bonus actions?
No, I use my bonus action to dash.
Okie dokie. Then Al, it is nothing because you don't get a death save anymore. You've been stabilized.
Just out of curiosity, though.
Mm-hmm.
Just out of curiosity.
You would have died.
No, I succeeded one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. So it's this guy's turn. He is. Oh, God damn
Very
it.
pleased.
No, he is not happy.
Somewhat upset.
No, yeah, okay. Consulting my notes for a second and making a decision.
Executive decision.
It is his turn.
Technically.
How
From
much
a certain
does it
point of
say in
view.
6 seconds? Okay, so he casts a spell while in your grip. Lord Frieza, it's a band of adventurers. They have the orb. They've killed the troll.
No.
And he
Oh.
just, in 6 seconds, explains as much of the situation as he can.
What a rat!
Yep. So let's say he describes Croc, and that's as much as he can do within 6 seconds.
You hear
Alpha.
fucking John cursing under his breath. I should have.
Yeah, John, it is your turn.
Wait, what did he say under his breath?
I said I should have studied counterspell.
Ooh.
And it's my turn, you said?
It is indeed. I went one too far on the turn order.
Hoppy. Okay. Firebolt. He's currently grappled or restrained?
Grappled.
Alright, so straight roll 23 to set him on fire.
That hits.
As part of the incantation, you just hear lots of curse words.
Okay. He yelps mid his description and is looking real rough. Like there's a sword through him. He's been beaten, bloodied. Every which way is damaged. Is just about maintaining consciousness to rat you guys out.
And I'll move closer.
Okie dokie. Is that your full turn, John?
That is for sure.
Okay. Croc, it is your turn.
As he starts describing me, I headbutt him.
Good plan.
Oh,
Oh fuck!
Okay, I deserved that. You
Oh,
can
fuck.
roll damage, or how do you want to do this?
I headbutt him. And is he wearing like a mask or a helmet or anything?
No, his face is exposed. I described him as supernaturally beautiful. Like, he's a very, very pretty man.
I disabuse him of that notion.
Okay. You break his face with your face.
Yeah.
Can
And
I?
don't forget to add your D4 as well. Then.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dead, but add your D4 as well.
As my turn is next anyway, can I fly in and catch the orb?
Yes, you absolutely can if you want to. You have to shrink it on contact to hold it, but
Yeah.
During his message, did he speak the message in common or draconic or any kind of funny language?
he was panicking, so he just went with common.
Okay. Oh, Frieza's
If he-
the dragon, right?
If he was thinking, he would have said it in draconic, so maybe only a couple of you would have known, but yeah, so that's Krok's turn. Luna catches the orb, and you know what? I'm going to drop us out of initiative because there are no further hostiles.
I mean, for now.
Yeah, sheath my blade.
Frieza's the dragon, right? You
Yeah.
guys heard that?
Yep.
So we need to go.
Yep.
Somebody needs to carry Al.
I mean, I just scoop Al up in one hand.
Your simple friend, will he be okay?
Yeah, you shouldn't stand on him like that.
why he was very stable. But
Yeah. So Croc just scoops up Al in one hand and the pretty guy in the other hand and just says, "Get the sword."
Yeah, we grab everything, but we need to get. There's a dragon.
Yeah, and Croc is just going to start running.
Where? Back home or just out?
I think we need to go home first because
Okay.
we need to go get the knight's corpse.
Can I pick up my caltrops, please?
No, we don't have time for you to sit and individually pick up 30 fucking caltrops that are sunk into the goddamn snow.
You know, I feel like that wasn't my voice, but that was definitely what I wanted to say.
You're the DM, you're not meant to say if it's a bad idea or not.
Also, we need to cover our tracks. If you guys could notice, they were following us back to the hideout, the house, the hole in the ground. Is anyone good at that?
I climb a tree.
Brock is just holding Al in one hand and the dude in the other hand is just like, "You do it. I'm a wee bit busy."
Okay, go. You've got like 15 seconds left before I lose the spell.
Oh, for God's sake, cuss again.
I can't.
So yeah, I mean, Croc will just make it as far as they can.
John will grab a stick and try to 101 Dalmatians wipe away the footprints.
Amazing.
Okay.
Well,
Sorry, Luna, what were you going to say?
While they're doing that, can I fly over to the troll? Is there he doesn't have anything on him,
If he
lootable?
did, it's been incinerated with him because he is fully on fire.
Oh.
Like,
Okay.
trolls are weirdly flammable. Like, most of the combat when he was hit with fire, he had to, very quickly pat it out. He is now no longer able to pat it out, so he is just an inferno.
Okay.
It's nice and warm.
Bet you it smells great.
Not really. Troll flesh is weirdly, gelatinous. It's not great smelling.
Burnt jelly.
Then I just follow Croc.
Okay, Croc, John estimated you have about 15 seconds left. I am going to say you managed to make it 3 turns worth of distance. So you just sprinting?
Yeah.
So that's 60, 120,
180 feet.
180, yeah. I don't know that 180 feet is back to the cabin. So you make it 180 feet and then you drop a size.
Okay. I don't know why I thought that would last longer.
Can I, when that happens, can I sprinkle fairy dust on Al so he starts floating?
Desperate time. Desperate time.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
absolutely.
That looks great.
Yeah, that's
Clutch.
great.
One
Clutch.
creature or object. Yeah, he's definitely a creature.
Actually, my corpse should be an object.
You're not a corpse yet.
Well, I'm not.
Would
animate,
it be more convenient if you were?
I mean,
Yes, you can
Yes.
just leave it behind.
Anyway, Al is now floating.
I will climb trees and I will use my grappling hook to swing from tree to tree.
Are you
Okay,
serious?
Spider-Man.
Is that real?
I think you're deeply overestimating how tall the trees are in this swamp.
I will use my grappling hook to walk from tree to tree.
Make me an acrobatics check.
Where's my sheet? There's my sheet. Like that.
Okay, you do exactly that.
Oh, the DC was 70.
No, it
looks
wasn't.
cool.
The DC was 20, but
Oh,
Ugh.
goddamn.
I'm just that sick.
In the head.
Hey, right. I have the worst ice cream headache, right? Because I was the ice cream. You don't know what that does to a man.
I didn't know where you were going with that, and I was like, oh.
You work the ice cream.
I walk in freezes
Your
all
owner
day.
into
It makes you
ice?
go funny in the head. Like, I'm not even kidding.
I was the ice cream.
What was that, Liz?
Is that what happened to your buddy? You were turning him into ice cream?
Actually, checks out.
Monster.
Okay, did somebody grab the magic dude's sword?
Yeah, John wanted to roll Magic Dude just to grab anything that he could quick, and then catch up to you guys.
Well, I assume as Magic Dude is being carried, he was
Yeah.
carrying the sword. When he went down, it would have dropped. So
Yeah.
if someone wants to pick it up, they can.
Yeah.
So yeah, John would have done that.
Yeah, that's why Krog said grab the sword. And yeah, I suppose like as we're now smaller, they're just going to quickly check to see if he does have anything else on him.
He is wearing a dress. He had, well, a robe, sorry. He has rings on his fingers that appear to be some kind of white stone. They're not necessarily made of like bands of metal. They are white, like stone rings, polished so they're almost shiny, like gems. He has a spell book on him with various spells on it, but other than that, very few objects.
Does he have an arcane focus?
His
Not that you
fingernails.
can find or see.
Is he wearing leather armor by any chance?
You want to peel off the robe?
I mean, I'm asleep, but someone should.
Wow.
You're unconscious.
He is technically wearing studded leather armor. It is for a person's frame that is a lot more lithe than Al.
I will lose weight. Fuck you.
Right, okay. I can't pick up any caltrops, but you can undress a man. Come on.
Yeah, I don't
He's
think
not.
we're...
No, he's not undressed. You're just seeing that he's in.
I don't think we super have the time to. Like, there's potentially a dragon flying back here, guys. We need to.
But the dragon could not care about the lackeys, although I guess he did seem pretty upset.
Well, he wanted the orb. Oh wait, I'm asleep. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we should just come back for this later.
Yeah, Krog's going to find a convenient piece of swamp and just shove this guy under the swamp. Like, just submerge him in swamp.
We took the rings in the book, right?
Isn't it frozen?
I grabbed the book, but
It is a little frozen, but everything's starting to defrost now. And it is a saltwater swamp, so despite the surface being quite frosty, the salty water, once you shove them down, like past the surface layer, they're in water.
So it's below freezing now.
No, it's about freezing now.
I don't think you've lived near a lake, then that would be pretty thawed.
Yeah, but it's only just been above freezing since last session where you defeated the ice elemental, and it's been 6 hours from that.
Right, but the lake would be frozen for a while.
I am so confused.
Either it's below freezing or it's not.
It is at freezing. It was below freezing.
Yeah, it was below freezing for long enough for it to get icy, and now it is thawing-ish, so it's less icy.
Yes.
It was cold as fuck, and now it's just cold.
But it's below freezing.
It's at freezing.
Then the lake would be frozen.
It's saltwater, so it's got a different freezing point.
It's a swamp. How's this saltwater? I'm confused.
Because you're right by the ocean.
The saltwater swamp.
Yeah, it's a saltwater swamp.
Oh.
Also, magic. Crazy shit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna jump on his body until it goes underwater.
Wait, the rings!
You're leaving the attire on?
Yeah.
Taking the sword?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
John's got the sword. I just picked up the book because these
Right.
people seem to like books.
Yeah, and then if John can catch up before the body is horribly mangled, he'd like to snatch the rings and the other stuff that you mentioned.
You can take the rings. He's in leather armor, which you'd need to
Not the
strip
not
out.
the armor.
Okay.
Nothing that is like wrapped around his person that would take a sufficient amount of time to go or to remove.
I think it was literally just the rings other than that. Although I don't know if... Oh, well, never mind.
Yeah, at this point I no longer remember.
I mean, yeah, I don't even know how much of this John knows because Krug did run 180 feet away with John and with Al and this corpse.
All right. So you submerged the corpse in ice. You've just left the troll burning.
Yep.
And I mean, he's dead, so there's no resistance from the body. He just goes under the water.
Yep.
There's no breath in him, so I believe he would just sink. And then, what are you doing after that?
Bodies float.
Well, I know bodies with oxygen float, but I believe fresh corpses with no breath in their lungs would sink at first before they get bloated.
Oh,
Unless I'm wrong with the physics of that.
I mean, as far as I understand.
Then that is what happens.
I bet they would if you stomped on them enough.
Mm-hmm. Squash.
And what are you guys doing next?
Well, I mean, Karak is heading back to the hut.
Righto.
John is still trying to hide tracks.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Karak is heading back to the hut and dragging Al through the air.
Right,
Yeah.
perfect. So that leaves Knight and Luna. What are you two doing?
I am making no tracks, gliding back with my weapon.
Okay, that will be where
I'm-
you're doing that.
Staying with Al.
Wait a minute. Can we all fly on Al? I say from
Al?
400 feet away.
Excuse me. Hello. Hi. I'm still here.
Well,
I
with
mean-
levitate, right?
Maybe it can carry a lot of weight.
So
Okay.
we use Al as a flying carpet, and we use a stick to push us along. That way we're
How
not leaving
much weight
footprints.
can it carry?
500
500 pounds.
500 pounds.
So yeah, I guess a lot of
Fuck.
you can ride on Al.
I say, because John doesn't weigh shit.
But be careful, don't hurt him.
Well, no, we just need to get away from the dragon. So also, I think that maybe we shouldn't go back to your home, Croc. I think we should go in a different direction because we still have a lot of footprints going that way.
Uh-huh.
We need to go elsewhere. Preferably somewhere with a thick canopy.
I mean, if we really need to, I can make 2 of you invisible.
Is the knight around?
I believe he is up in treetops, making his way back towards your home from treetop to treetop.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go ahead of the party necessarily. Like, I'm still going to be staying close. But I don't have anything else I need to do, really. I don't think.
Yeah, so I mean, Karak's just like, we need to retrieve the other body.
The
We-
troll.
I don't know that we do. And if anything, it'll be there when we go back.
I mean,
And not the troll, your captive corpse, Sleepy.
oh shit, right. Right. Okay. He's still trying to like get to grips with it. Yeah, well I guess we'll go back, get him.
We could stack the corpses.
Like tie them together as they levitate.
Yeah.
You know, we need to get moving here.
Move us back to here and adjust. Okay, that's definitely a 0 on health. There we go.
For Al?
Yep, for Al.
Been at 0 for a while. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm talking about these boys. They are going in the crossed out section and going down here.
Ah,
The
for a
corpse
pile
pile.
of bodies. The corpse pile.
Mm-hmm. So where are you guys heading?
Apparently back to Croc's house to pick up the corpse of the child that the knight carries around. And then John's pushing for anywhere else. We use Al as a floating raft to fly far away.
Wow.
All right.
Well,
So
just-
it's at this point that I should probably ask, how long do you guys have for these sessions to go for?
I mean, we're kind of hitting my limit.
Right.
Yeah. It's been about
Which is
4
what I'm-
hours.
Yeah, which is what I'm thinking. Is this a good place to wrap so you guys can have the week to decide what to do next and where to go next?
Sure.
that might be better than just dying.
What? Nah.
Niles,
Knight's grown a tree.
why have you drawn a tree?
Right, it's gonna be cool.
Anyway, okay, so that is where I will call today's session then.